Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to you all. Good to see you. And we already got a donation right off the bat before the stream even went live from 8GK Mark. $50 donation. Oh my god. Oh, hey Seth, happy belated. Thanks for responding to my email. I will be finally sending out that package I've been meaning for the past year. Oh, awesome, AGK Mark. Well, thank you so much for the donation and the birthday wishes, and excited to get the package finally. So hopefully everything is going well. How is everyone doing today? Oh my god, today, thanks Stone Raid, we're playing, I don't know what to call this, Turtle Lock Ramp, Turtle Prison, I think is my favorite name for it. I think this might be the most obnoxious deck in Standard. If you like prison style decks that look to just really annoy opponents, I think this is the Standard deck for you. I'm really hyped about this deck. So this deck, and we're going to talk about it in a minute, and we got Secret Lairs to talk about and all this news to talk about today before we jump into it. But this deck, oh my goodness, I'm really hyped about. Also, welcome Okabakil, Stone Scales, Oki, Zelda Zagbot, Bruno, Purbin, G. Michello. Welcome everyone. Good to see you. Should probably mute emotes in advance of this stream. Why do we have too many turtle emotes or something? So this deck, okay. If you were here on Tuesday, we played some limited, and we opened a Beseju, so that was a win. Our record was okay. We timed out one game though, and with the game that we timed out because we were looping Colossal Sky Turtle with Shigeki Junkai Visionary. You're able to use Shigeki to get stuff back from your graveyard to your hand, then Sky Turtle gets back Shigeki, and you do it again. And the loop was really, really sweet, but in limited, it was hard to get enough mana to really make it work. Aracalypse and Barbargo Bruce, welcome to the Fishbowl. Hey, what's up, Jables? How are you? Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. This deck is kind of doing the same thing, but in Standard. The idea of this deck is we do some ramping. We maybe, maybe Force Spike, Juari Disruption, a spell or two. And then what we're trying to get set up is Colossal Sky Turtle looping with Shigeki. So once we get a bunch of mana on the battlefield, we can bounce your stuff with Colossal Sky Turtle or with Cyclone Summoner. And then we use Shigeki to get it back. And Colossal Sky Turtle gets back Shigeki, which gets back like 3 things, so more Sky Turtles. And we essentially just kind of lock our opponents out of doing anything. Like, that is the goal, is just very slowly lock them out of the game. So that's what we're starting with. Turtle Lock for Standard, Turtle Prison. And then if we get tired of the very, very slow grind, also got this Artifact Sack deck that someone 5-0'd on Moto with that looks pretty fun. Cetacean Uprising, Oni Call Anvil, we haven't really tried yet. A bunch of experimental synthesizer, just little sack effects trying to grind out some value. So that's the backup deck if we decide we get bored of annoying opponents with the Turtle Lock. So random MTG noob, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Hey, what's up, Winzo? Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, I think Oni Call Anvil can be very good. Before we get into that though, 2 big pieces of news today. News piece number 1. I don't know if you saw this. I don't know what your opinion on this is, but there's essentially been this I don't even know. Essentially, there is a hedge fund or an investor that owns 2.5% of Hasbro that is joined with John Finkel and some other people, and they're essentially trying to get Wizards to split off from Hasbro and be its own company. They posted a 100-page document with all the things that they think are wrong with the game and how they could do better and how they could make more money and how it could also improve the experience for players. Definitely interesting. I have no idea how seriously to actually take this. I was looking at the actual math of the paper, and I'm not sure the math of the paper actually lines up if you actually read all of it. Their numbers were that arena players on average spend $150 a year, which I think has to be way too high. But anyway, definitely interesting idea. So I don't know if you saw that. I don't know what you think about it. Definitely curious to hear people's opinions. And we talk about that as we go along. Could be really good or really bad. Good news is Finkel is long time. He's a legend, one of the greatest players of all time. And I would love to have Finkel on the board at Wizards. That would be sweet. On the other hand, whenever I hear investors and hedge funds wanting something to happen, my gut reaction is, okay, that's nice, but remember that the overall goal is for them to make a bunch of money. That is the goal. The goal is, for these investors to profit off of this. So that is something to keep in mind. Even though a lot of the things that they were saying, I should probably open up the cardboard live. even though the things they were saying were good about like fixing bugs on Arena and bringing back organized play, stuff that players definitely are on board for, and I would love to see happen. Beneath all that, the goal is still, the investors are going to put money in their pockets and stock prices are going to go up. So it's important to keep that in mind. That doesn't mean it's bad. Like, investors are involved in a lot of things, and it still could turn out really well. But it is important to remember that that's the goal of any investor, is to make a bunch of money. So the other news that we got to talk about is we got a secret lair alert. Not only a secret lair alert, we got a new Universes Beyond secret lair drop. And I really want to know what y'all think about this, because we got Walking Dead. Everyone freaked out. One of the biggest Magic freakouts we've had in a long time. Then we got Stranger Things, and it was kind of meh. Like, people just didn't really care that much in general. Now we got Street Fighter, and people actually seem super hyped about this Street Fighter secret lair drop. So I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if things are changing. I don't know what the difference is. But we got all these new cards. We got Ryu with training and Hadouken. And personally, I kind of like this secret lair drop. Street Fighter's a little nostalgic for me. I definitely played some Street Fighter with friends, like, growing up and stuff. So it's really cool to see the Street Fighter cards. They all seem decent enough that you can play them in a commander deck. None of them seem absolutely broken or anything. Ryu, definitely pretty sweet. One of the face characters untapping to deal damage to things. Chun-Li with multi-kicker, of course, actually seems pretty powerful, exiling a bunch of instants and sorceries with its multi-kicker, and then when it attacks, you get to cast copies of them. Blanca, just a big gruel beater, essentially. And then we have Dhalsim. Dhalsim, I actually think might be my favorite of the whole bunch. It is a Reach Matters commander. 4 mana, 1/3 legendary human monk with the long arms, of course. It has teleport, so it has hexproof unless it's attacking. And when a creature you control with reach attacks, untap it. It can't be blocked by creatures with greater power in combat. And then Fierce Punch. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal damage to a player, you can draw a card. So in Commander, this is a Reach Lord. It's a Reach Matters payoff commander, and it's actually a great source of card advantage. It's not Toski good, where you just draw a ridiculous amount of cards, but if you hit each of your opponents, you're drawing 3 cards a turn. Actually pretty sweet, and it has hexproof, so you can leave it back on defense and hopefully not get a kill. So I think Dhalsim is actually like one of the strongest of the bunch. E Honda, of course, doing some sumo wrestling and some slapping. Funny part about E Honda is it references 100 target creature. That's just a flavor thing, because it could just say every creature. But and then Guile, of course, Guile coming in the Jeskai colors. Ken in mono red, kind of the opposite of Ryu. Zangief, big, and Jundi. So definitely pretty interesting. I'm hyped for the Street Fighter lair drop. I might actually get one. Have I done white-green counters in Standard yet? I have not. There's also, it is on my list. There's also a bunch of other secret lair drops that are coming in the same batch. We got this, I don't even know, Kaio Suzuki lair drop, I guess, with a bunch of flavors of Bribery. Pretty good commander card. So that one's coming as well. Oh my god, this is going to be a lot of clicks. Actually, do we have these up? Hang on. Maybe I should just go to Goldfish. I think we might have the cards up, and this might make it a little easier to look at. There we go. All right, so we got Kaito Suzuki lair drop. We got Kamigawa the manga that actually has really sweet art. I like the art a lot. Idyllic Tutor is a good one. Swords is a good one. We got Lil Walkers with some anime style, I guess, whatever style that is. Planeswalkers. Pictures of the floating world. I'm not even sure what those are. Some sweet basic lands. Oh, I think these are the hideaway lands. These are the hideaway lands, I'm pretty sure. And then we got special guest artist series with some more sweet art. So the art on these is really, really good. So anyway, more secret lair drops going up, but that's not super important. But anyway, I'm curious. Hey, what's up, Doug? How are you? Yeah, the lands look spectacular. Interesting note on the hideaway lands. I think Vince actually pointed this out on Twitter, and I think it's a really good point. The hideaway lands, although we can't read them super in depth because they're in Japanese or not in English for sure, but they have a number. It says Hideaway 4 by the looks, and I think this means that maybe they're coming back. I think Hideaway could come back very soon, and maybe it's gonna have different numbers than before. I think Vince said maybe it'll come back in New Cape-na because it's like hiding away your ill-gotten gains or whatever, like gangsters hiding their money or whatever, which would make a lot of sense flavor-wise. I don't know why they would update the template on them otherwise if they weren't bringing them back, so that's kind of neat. The lands do look really, really good, but lands, I don't know, feel like I'm getting a little a little jaded with these lands. There's so many awesome lands now. It seems like every month there's a new basic land that I just love, and I just can't play them all. There's too many cool lands to actually play. But yeah, wouldn't Hideaway make a lot of sense in a gangster set? But oh, you got this extra life one? Ooh, awesome, dog. Wait, when did that one order? They take so long to get. I ordered the commander deck, I think, but I have no idea when that's going to get here. But anyway, let's do our reminders, talk about this deck. We can talk about the Finkel takeover as we go along. We can talk about new secret lair drops. We can talk about why everyone seems okay with Street Fighter, but not others often. Anything else. Hey, what's up, Magikarp? How are you? Does that mean you can't use my land? Oh, no, that's one of my all-time favorite lands, Magikarp. When I did a video on my favorite basic lands a while ago, and that was it was on my top 3 of favorite planes. Like the lightning planes is one of my all-time favorites, so I will definitely make good use of it. Anyway, reminders, replay YouTube, and that's where you'd find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, we did some Voltroning for Against the Odds yesterday. Tomorrow we'll have some spoiler coverage for the secret lair drops, and gonna be heading to Pioneer for a new Kamigawa deck for tomorrow's Much Brew, so check that out on the YouTube. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. If you get a free goldfish sticker, just let them know you want one in your order notes and they'll hook you up. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message right on stream, and check out the Discord if you're interested. Flavor card for New Capina, forget about it. Triple U instant can't be countered exile target spell. I feel like I made that joke. I made that joke right when they announced the set. That it would be so perfect. I wonder how deep they go. And stuff like that. If they actually try to like reference mob movies and so forth, that'd be pretty funny if they did. Anyway, this deck, Turtle Lock Ramp, as I mentioned, what's this deck trying to do? Essentially attempting to annoy opponents into submission. So the idea of this deck, in the early game, we're just kind of stalling out. We're developing our mana. Maybe we counter something. Maybe we bounce something to stay alive. What we're really working towards, though, is having a bunch of mana in looping Shigeki from our graveyard to get back Colossal Sky Turtle, and maybe some other stuff as well. Once we get enough mana, Shigeki is 2 green and double X to return a non-legendary card from our graveyard to our hand. So if we get to 6 mana, we can get back a turtle and something else. Once we get to 8 mana, we can get back a turtle and 2 other things. And then turtle we can pitch to get back Shigeki. So we just have this never-ending stream of card advantage from our graveyard that's bouncing our opponent's stuff, essentially just making it so they can't do anything. We can also just keep copying Cyclone Summoners and bouncing stuff and annoying our opponent that way. Ishaya turns our stuff into land, so Cyclone Summoner doesn't bounce it. That's our easiest way to win the game. Is Ishaya, turn our stuff into land, Cyclone Summoner, bounce all your stuff, attack you down with Blossoming Prancers, I guess. So that's the goal of the deck. It is slow, it is grindy, it is super, super annoying. Hey, what's up, Uncle Manaburn? How are you? Good to see you. Hello from New York. Dockside Reaper and New Caperna. So rumor has it, and I don't know if this, I mean, you always got to take Magic rumors with a grain of salt, because you never know. The rumor I have heard is we're getting Dockside in Commander Legends 2. Commander Legends 2 actually comes out soon-ish. I'm actually not sure the next order of the sets. I don't think we have a release date for New Caperna that I've seen. But we know, according to what Wizards has said, quarter 2 of 2022 is going to be Streets of New Capenna and also Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. My guess is we get Dockside in Battle for Baldur's Gate, but we will see. What is the Master of Winds in this deck? So Master Winds, it just blocks and fills our graveyard. It's also a wizard, so it doesn't get bounced by Cyclone Summoner. Not sure if that's better than actually just ramping. We'll have to see. I'm still kind of working out the kinks in the deck. The deck is really good at annoying people. Whether or not it's good at winning, we're still trying to figure that out. Ooh, more lore. That's a good idea, Doug. Your lore videos for the last Commander Legends were really good. Or for the last D&D set, rather, were really good. About it, Spirited Companions. Opponent seems to be a sack deck of some kind. Well, play the land, leave up the counter. Oh, they better not put a better Dockside. Dockside's already so busted. Opponent gets in. Hey Seth, did you see the Rakdos artifact deck that 5-0'd a couple of leagues? Actually, that's our backup deck for today. Yes, I did. It looks really sweet. I want to start with Turtle Lock, but if we get bored of Turtle Lock, that exact deck is the deck that we're planning on playing. By the way, love the Voltron deck from Against Odds. Nice way to interact with vehicles. Yeah, the Voltron deck was super fun. Terrask, like a I don't know, garden Terrask. Yeah, I mean I have trouble pronouncing English words, so it's probably not a surprise that I also do not pronounce French words well. So how has everyone been since our last stream? What are we doing here? Opponent, okay. Black, white, something. So we want to hold on to Shigeki. Let's pitch Fading Hope and Cyclone Summoner. Actually, let's just pitch Cyclone Summoner. Pass the turn. Hey Seth, before I decide, if I still want to support Goldfish content, I must know, have you finally watched John Wick? So I have seen references to John Wick. I saw Richard's Commander deck, and I think, I want to say like, I don't know, Family Guy, Archer, something referenced it. But I still haven't actually watched the movie. Bloodstasis! Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 27th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soup cheer for you. Hey Seth, we'd be playing Ishin for Commander Clash next Friday. Yes, we just recorded the first Commander Clash of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty today. Definitely playing Ishin. And Ishin is really sweet. Well, land on green. Do some prancing. Oh no. You're unsubbing until I watch John. Is it really that good? Is it really so good that it's worth unsubbing over? How do we want to do this? Well, let's say Glass Pool. So as long as our opponent doesn't have Graveyard Hate, we should be in pretty good shape. Pass the turn. Hey, what's up, Lose It? How are you? I mean, is John Wick really that essential? Is it essential viewing? I mean, if you're really going to unsub unless I watch it, I will watch it. About it. So the main lock is Shigeki getting back Colossal Sky Turtles. All right, opponent's going to kill our Prancer. Shigeki getting back Colossal Sky Turtles. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Opponent going to get in and hit us. Sure. Down to 14. The Hive of the Eye Tyrants could be a problem. Our opponent doesn't know we're looping our graveyard, but that's something we gotta be aware of, is that could be an issue. Let's play the land. Prancer number 2. Get a Cyclone Summoner. And pass the turn. I've seen Lord of the Rings. Way more times than I would like to admit. Oh boy, so this was back a long time ago, but I had a girlfriend who favorite movies, Lord of the Rings series, so I watched Lord of the Rings with her several times, and the movies are good, they're just so long. Oh my god, they're so long. Like seriously. If they had told the whole story in one, 2-hour movie, I'd probably really like it. But because they told the story in 9 hours across 3 movies, it's just too much. It's too much. Honestly, I've never seen Predator. Probably if you name your favorite movie, I would guess I've probably not seen it. I'm sure there are some exceptions, but I've never. Should I watch Predator? Is Predator on the must-watch list too? We will decline. Bounce the Edgar. Take 0. Now let's Glass Pool Mimic on on Prancer. Get a Shigeki Glass Pool Mimic on Prancer. Here they come. The Rogue Shapeshifter Spirits stacking up. I mean, that's a lot of 4/4s. Get a Tangled Floral Hedron, play a Tangled Floral Hedron as a land. Hit ya. I don't know why we don't see more Glasspool Mix. Glasspool is just a really good card. Do a Amazon watch party. I have watched Star Wars. Star Wars I've seen. Star Wars I actually like. The more recent ones I think are more hit or miss. Have I seen VeggieTales? Yeah, embarrassingly, yes. I grew up in a Christian family, so of course I saw VeggieTales. Oh my god. Oh, VeggieTales. I could probably still sing you the VeggieTales theme song, honestly. Broccoli, celery, gotta be VeggieTales. See? I think that proves it. I don't know how the Amazon watch parties work. I don't know if we can just do it and there's no issues with copyright stuff, then I would totally love to do that. Have you seen Of course. Oh, boy, I could probably sing you those songs too. Oh my goodness. I haven't thought about this in years, but yes. Oh my god. Barbara Manatee, you are the one for me. Oh no. Oh, that's so embarrassing. But yes, apparently I can still sing every VeggieTales song. Midnight at Paris. So as far as actual movies, are you into Big Thief? I don't know Big Thief. As far as movies, I actually know a lot of classic movies. I went through a phase when I watched a lot of like, I don't know, 12 Angry Men and Casablanca and like those style of movies. So I know those movies. I know like some like Pulp Fiction, that style of movies. But then as far as like superhero movies, no clue, none. Star Wars, I do know. Hey, what's up, Roberto? How are you? Kithrio, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. I do like Tarantino movies, most of them at least. All right, Edgar returns. Well, we're gonna start to see Shigeki value. 1, 2, so we can get back 3 things, which will be Cyclone Summoner, Blossoming Prancer, and Glasspool Mimic. Shigeki's so good. We get them all back. Oh, there's our Sky Turtle too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, bad news opponent. We're going to play Cyclone Summoner, pick 'em up, Tangled Floral Hedron. And this is where the deck gets so annoying. Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh my god. How do we get on VeggieTales? Who do I blame? Who do I blame for bringing up VeggieTales? They already have a Dockside Secret Lair with new Capernaum art style coming out. Gold and black cards, just Google Dockside Golds. Really? Is that a real thing? Dockside Gold Secret Lair. I don't know. I mean, there could be. I don't actually see it on Google, though. So. Well, Blossoming Prancer. Get a... You know what? Maybe we decline and gain some life. Let's go up to 16. Play the tap land. 1, 2, 3. Master of Winds. Discard Fading Hope. Pass the turn. Oh, this is gonna be a grindy one. About it. Blaze land. But I feel like we win the late game. Like, we should win the late game against, I think, against anyone with these loops. Although our opponent looping Meat Hook Massacre is kind of annoying. About it. I could see a VeggieTales secret lair. Some of my friends were in a college heavy metal cover band and did Where's My Hairbrush? It was epic. I could actually see that being a good metal cover. Now that you mention it, that actually could be pretty good. I just ordered Squirrel Twin deck on your page. Hopefully I can beat Lotus deck with my friends now. Ooh, Squirrel Twin is super fun. Super fun. I like that deck a lot. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I guess we... Yeah, how do we stop the Meat Hook Massacre? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, well, let's pass the turn, do Shigeki stuff. Opponent. Hey, Seth. Musmo, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. Hey, Seth, I need to watch Letterkenny. When you find the time, let me know. What is your best Halloween costume? Ooh, I mean, okay, wedding announcement. Sure, we can bounce that. I've been meaning to watch Letterkenny. We have some counters in the sideboard, but we don't have hard counters in the main deck. All right, opponent, Edgar. Well, we will get back 4 things, which will be Blossoming Prancer, Fading Hope, Glasspool Mimic, and Master of Winds. Here they come. The grind is on. So now we will play Cyclone Summoner. Bounce all your stuff. Glasspool Mimic is a land, and well, I guess we're discarding the hand size now, aren't we? Discard a master. Go. Hey Seth, I've never even considered selling out for a collector's box before this set, but I'm currently hovering over the buy button of a collector box. Do I do it roughly what expected value? What's the expected value of a collector box? And do you think I'll be able to grab one in the future if I wait? Oh, so Camcat Fad, I don't have the actual. My opponent's gonna lol, sure. I don't have the EV of a collector booster box. The EV has gotten so much harder to calculate with all these variants. However, I will say that I think that Kamigawa is a really, really good set to open for 2 reasons. One is Boseiju. Boseiju having a card at rare that is worth as much as Boseiju is a huge deal for EV. So that's number 1. Number 2, the lands, last time I looked a few days ago, are actually like 2 to 250 a piece. And in collector boosters, you're guaranteed to get them in every single pack, which is also a really huge deal. All right, so we will discard Sky Turtle, get back Shigeki. Do it again. It never ends. Opponent. Are you going to kill our Cyclone Summoner? I was going to discard. Ooh, a Shaya. That's interesting. All right, go to combat. Attack our opponent. Here it comes. Hopefully we'll have a EV calculation out once we actually can do it. It's just gone are the days when it was super easy to calculate the EV. It's gotten a lot harder. Well, I think we probably want to wait on that. Let's Ashaya and Balaget recovery. Pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we're getting close. We can protect against Meat Hook Massacre. Yeah, it's gotten so much harder. Trailer Park Boys just reminds me of so many teenage friends and acquaintances. Yeah, I mean, growing up in upstate New York, which is not actually that far away from where in Canada Trailer Park Boys is at, I definitely knew people like the Trailer Park Boys. I also find that show really funny. Hey, Seth, probably sent you this later this week, but here's a terrible against the odds deck with Mindlink mech. Ooh. Oh, so Chad, I got a question for you. Ooh, that's a spicy. I do think Thunderkin Awakener is one of the sweetest things to reanimate with, or to crew with Mindlink mech. Getting back Fulminator every turn seems kind of good. Opponent plays an Edgar. So question for you, chat, about it. What do you think the best thing to do is with... What do you think the best thing to do with mirror boxes? I hate VeggieTales because of what the show is about, but the show's creator is a really socially intelligent person who is very much about social causes in the U.S., and I really respect him. Interesting. I don't actually know much about. I just remember it from being growing up as a Christian kid. That was one of the things that was always, on at church or at home. So I don't really know who the creator is, but hey, congratulations, Cardboard Samurai. Moving south. Where are you moving to? Well, let's bounce the Ed. Actually, we don't need to do that. Let's untap. Untap. We would like to win the game. Can we win the game this turn? That's a question. Oh, Sky Turtle is not the worst. Okay, so Fading Hope Edgar. Opponent lets it go. Blossoming Prancer. Go digging. We can't quite win, but we can get in for a lot of damage, I think. Prancer. This deck just grinds. It just grinds. So what is the best thing to do with Mirror Box? That's what I've been struggling with, because Mirror Box is coming up for Against the Odds next week. The question is, you know what, maybe we actually kill... Maybe we kill this Lolf. This Lolf is kind of annoying. And we don't have lethal anyway about it. Vanishing Verse. Well, let's pick up a Shaya. Kill Lolf. Pass the... I love this deck. I love this deck. Glasspool Mimic is a lad. Go. Mirrorbox Inquisitor Captain. So the hard part... So Bard class is a good one. I actually... Hey, what's up, Affinity Discord? Oh, it's going well so far. We're only in game 1 because this deck is... Grindy is all get out, but... I tried to do... Okay, opponent, Wandering Emperor. I'm home. Well, okay. Sky Turtle, pick up the Summoner. Sure. I can't imagine how infuriating this has to be to play against. The hard part of Mirror Box is there's so many possibilities. Like, that is the thing that makes it challenging, is there's just so many things you can do. How many cards in our deck? 29. Okay, so go to combat. Attack Wandering Emperor. Opponent. Gonna block. Sure. Sacks it to draw a card. Sure. I was worried about our opponent casting removal. We only had a Cheyenne Cyclone Summoner. So if our opponent casts a removal spell with our Glasspool Mimic on the stack, we get super blown out. We lose our Cyclone Summoner and we would end up legend ruling ourselves. So that's what we were trying to avoid. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we play Celestus. Pass the turn. If we gotten 2 Kamigawa sets, the second one would have been Kaido and Wanderer's Wedding. At least we were spared that. I do wish we did 2 Kamigawa sets. Kamigawa is so good. Have you decided on a budget for Legacy yet? Not fully. Not fully, no. I think that I like the Moto idea. I wonder if it'll be too confusing for paper players, but I do like the Moto budget idea. If it goes by paper budget, it's probably going to be, it's going to be higher than 100, which is what we do for other formats. I don't think it'll be higher than 500. I think 500 would be the maximum that I could maybe argue would be maybe count as budget. So we can get back 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All right. So Shigeki X4. We will get back Sky Turtle, and Jawari Disruption. I can't imagine what do you think our opponent's thinking? Like, what do you think our opponent's thinking? How do you deal with this? I mean, it's graveyard hate, I guess, is the answer, but this seems so incredibly obnoxious to have to try to play against. So now we'll play a land. We'll discard a Sky Turtle to bounce your Edgar. We will kill your Wandering Emperor. The one thing I'll say is maybe we want a more dedicated finisher that closes out the game faster. It does seem like our grind is really slow. Blossoming Prancer goes digging. Yeah, we'll just gain a bit of life. Pass the turn. Yeah, and X-Spell, what is the best way of actually, like, closing out the game? Do you have any idea? Because right now this deck is, like, ridiculously good at not dying, but it's not ridiculously good at closing out the game quick, especially against a deck that can keep casting Meat Hook Massacre. It's not especially good at closing out the game super fast. We do have Lair of the Hydra. I mean, I guess we can get in a position where our opponents just tap down and we just fire up the biggest Lair of the Hydra of all time. Opponent, Meat Hook Massacre, Ranger Man, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so, yeah, maybe the Coma's got to come in the main deck. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to discard a turtle, get back a Shigeki, get back our graveyard. I mean, I guess at some point we could start casting Sky Turtles. Opponent, wedding announcement. Well, I mean, we might as well counter that. And then Sky Turtle, discard it, get back Shigeki. Watch us time out even in standard. Get back Shigeki, pass the turn, draw land, play the land, pass the turn, flip the Celestus. It is, Sky Turtle is a pretty great description. Gain a life. Yeah, we can fire up a huge Lair of the Hydra. The problem is our opponent, I mean, I guess when we get our opponent to tap down, that's when we can fire it up and get in damage. Edgar. I remember that. I remember that one. Opponent is ambitiously trying to resolve spells. I wish I knew what our opponent was thinking on their side of the battlefield, because oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get to get back 7 this time. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 16 mana, no problem. We'll do that again. We'll draw a land. We'll play the land. We'll play a Blossoming Prancer. We will probably decline. We already have too many cards in hand. I can't believe our opponent hasn't quit Magic yet. We will decline. Actually, Glasspool is pretty good, isn't it? Well, we'll get it later. We'll decline. Blossoming Prancer, up to 22. Get a Prancer. Fading Hope your Edgar. One, two, three, four, 5. Yeah, let's pass the turn, discard oh, I'm loving this. This is the best. I mean, we are winning, I think. The problem is a Meat Hook Massacre. So one thing we could do is add a hard counter. Like, the problem is we can win with our loop. The challenge is this, the challenge is this Meat Hook Massacre gets bounced whenever we're going through the loop. So that's kind of the issue we're having. Oh, Crawling Barrens is actually kind of sweet. We'll discard a Sky Turtle. Crawling Barrens is another way we can get in big land attacks. Ooh, Jazzy could be fun. We don't have many spells, but it could still be fun. Hey, what's up, Spider-Verse? How are you? About it. How are we doing on time? 16, 16. All right, cards. 28, 23. All right, opponent plays a Loth. Sure. Sure. That is acceptable. Opponent's going to make some spiders. Uh-huh. Yep. We do need to get in damage at some point. I'm a little worried about decking. I don't know. Is there a good solution to decking in Standard, though? It's not. There's no Thassa's Oracle. There's no Laboratory Maniac. Also, hello, Bennymon. How are you? How's life, Benny? Ooh, another Sky Turtle. All right. Well, in that case, a Sky Turtle bounces Spider. It's not going to stop, opponent. I'm telling you. This is not going to stop. I know you want it to stop. It's not happening. Bounce your Spider. Play the land. Go to combat. Kill your Lolf. Opponent. Lets it go. Pass the turn. The fun never ends. Well, we get to loot because we didn't cast any spells. Discard a Florahedron. We need, like a burn spell with a couple of pathways could do it. Devious Cover-Up could actually be good. Devious Cover-Up shuffles in some cards, right? I mean, I still think we win this eventually. It's gonna take a minute, but I still think we can end up winning. Opponent passes. Well, we will discard the Sky Turtle to get back Shigeki. And then discard Shigeki to get back some Sky Turtles. Oh, I'm loving this. I don't know how you all are liking this, but I'm absolutely loving this. Like, this is the greatest thing of all time. Bounce your Edgar. Go to combat. Attack you with some Francers. Opponent. Wandering Emperor. Mm-hmm.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa.
Gonna try to kill our Prancer. I don't think so. Discard a Sky Turtle. Pick up the Prancer. I mean, eventually we're gonna beat him down. Like, it's not happening quickly, but eventually this is going to lead to us winning. I'm pretty sure. Either that or our opponent just quitting. That's also a distinct possibility that eventually we get our opponent to just give up. All right, pass the turn. I mean, isn't this great? Turtle Prison is a good name for it, right? Doesn't this fit the Turtle Prison name? And isn't it really the most annoying deck in Standard? Could you imagine playing against this? Maybe, is there anything that incidentally mills? If we could be picking up something that milled. Ooh, Triskaidekaphile. Triskaidekaphile could actually work in this deck. That might actually work. We do not have Channel Land. Oh, see, opponent's behind on time. The Sky Turtle. Ooh, 3 seasons. Okay, 3 seasons could be good. I mean, we could probably splash red for a burn spell. Oh, opponent. No. That's not gonna work. You know we got this Cyclone Summoner. Opponent, that's so ambitious. Sure. Yeah, go. I mean, go. I don't blame you for trying. Gotta do something. Well, it's Colossal Sky Turtle. Yeah, back Shigeki. And then Crawling Barrens, add some counters. Don't turn it on. Untap. So opponent has what? 2, 3, 4 mana up. All right, so we're gonna play a Shaya to turn our stuff into lands. We're gonna play Cyclone Summoner. Opponent. All of our stuff's land so it doesn't get bounced. We don't have the channel counter, but maybe we should. We have the only counters in the main deck are Jawari Disruption, but I'm kind of... Oh, opponent, come on now. Come on, opponent. Won't you please just die? All right, pick him up. Celestis returns. And Jawari Disruption. Pass the turn. Loot. Discard. Shigeki. Actually, maybe we keep that. Let's discard a Prancer. I mean, we're getting it all back anyway, so it doesn't matter. About it. I mean, we'll get another Ashaya eventually. There's two in the deck. We'll find another one. Our sub alert's not working? Oh no. Sometimes Twitch messes up. I can look at... Oh, I think so. Because I see a couple in Streamlabs that didn't pop up. Ooh, my apologies. If you sub and I miss it, I apologize. I think that the Twitch is having some issues. Like Ranger Man in Salty Genesis. Welcome you to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, untap. Jawari Disruption is a land. Shigeki. Just a little one. Little Shigeeks. Sky Turtle and Fading Hope. Just a mini Shigek. Pick 'em up, bounce your ow. Will this game ever end? Maybe. It seems theoretically it's possible. Bounce it. Go to combat. Attack you. Oh, we've fallen behind on clock. That's actually kind of a big deal. Okay, Wandering Emperor. Makes us... Okay, opponent has changed their technique. They're not going for the exile. Okay. Opponent's going to chump. Hey, welcome, Jeter Bob. You've showed up for the most ridiculous game of all time, perhaps. Blasphemic Bradzer. We'll take a Glass Pool Mimic. We will pass the turn. So do you think we can win this game? Is this the worst possible deck to climb rank with? Well, maybe. I think you're going to win a lot, but it's also going to take you a very long time. How does this deck prevent deck out? Feels like a real risk. So we're hoping to win before we deck out. We don't actually have a card that stops us from decking out. Seth, hate it for you, but I'm pretty sure the best way to finish this game is Coma. We do have a Coma in the sideboard. I also considered Jin, although I think that's probably worse than Coma. So what we're going to set up is a big spectral... Okay, you can wrath our board this time. That's fine. What we're going to set up is a big spectral advent. We're going to make a big board. Our opponent's going to try to wrath it. And then we're going to phase everything out with spectral adversary and kill our opponent. I think that's where this is heading. Yeah, I mean, Meat Hook is annoying. Most matchups don't have Meat Hook to loop. So that's kind of making this uniquely annoying. Opponent passes. Well, we might as well charge up Crawling Barrens. Untap. Fading Hope. Well, in that case, float a mana. Actually, maybe we just pass this turn. You know what? Let's just... Play the Jawari Disruption. Not doing anything anymore. Pass the turn. We're just going to go with Big Shigeeks, I think. And we might stop looting. We only got 15 cards. So that's going to be the race, is to win before we mill out. So just gain a life. We're up to 30. Pass the turn. About it. Says Kratos' opponent he's the opposing player, but his love of draw and the role that you can't draw from your deck, you lose. That is true. My love of draw does sometimes kill me. that is definitely true. What's a game plan against Sash? Wait, what's Sash? I mean, we're winning the clock battle by 2 seconds. Ayo, sure. Oh, Lion Slash. Yeah, Lion Slash would be annoying. Thankfully, it's not seeing a lot of play in most decks, but we would have to, I mean, because Turtle's at instant speed, once we get going, like, our opponent has these Hive of the Eye Tyrants, but we can kind of get around it because we can do so much at instant speed. All right, oh my god. 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I think we're to the point where we just return our entire graveyard, essentially. We'll get back 9 magical cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How absurd. 9. Yes, we will pay 20 manas. Hey, Becca Scott, thank you for the raid. We are, you've came here for us massively annoying our opponents. I think we really are playing the most annoying deck in Standard. All right, Cyclone Summoner. Oh, we should have flowed this mana. Full control, full control. Hey, thank you for the raid, by the way, Becca. I definitely appreciate it. And welcome, Raiders. You're in for an experience, which might be us timing out. That might be the experience. All right, replay Celistas. Play Floral Hedron. Oh, we can't play it as a land. Prancer. Gain some life. I'm getting worried about timing out. I definitely feel like we might need to add a faster finish past the turn. Discard some cards. Whoa, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, that's not even enough. 6. Hey, what's up, Horatio? Good to see ya. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Becca. We will not loot. We're getting too close to milling out, and we're behind by almost a whole minute on the clock. How do we win? We win by attacking at some point. Like, that's the goal. Our hope is here. Our opponent's going to try to sweep our board, and we can Spectral Adversary to save our board from Meat Hook Massacre, and then kill our opponent on the backswing with our creature lands and our Cyclone Summoners and so forth. Like, that's what we're trying to set up here. All right, opponent's just going to play Ayo. Uh-huh. Maybe they're not going to Meat Hook Massacre. About it. Looking at her stuff. Wall of Chaos for the 62nd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, bounce your dork. Untap. Bounce your dork. Go attacking. We might actually be dealing some damage here. We might finally be getting them. Hey, enjoy your dinner night, Catbot. Hey, what's up, PGT Turk? How are you? I used to have a turtle. I think I told you that before. There was a time, a long time ago, I had a turtle that lived in my bathtub, but it was freed because some people think that turtles living in bathtubs and mostly living off of Doritos is cruel, which I actually now I actually think that too. I was young and stupid at the time, but yeah, that was Shelly, my pet turtle. Let's see. Well, tap a mana. Are we going to timeout? Maybe. Cyclone Summoner. Bounce your stuff. The Celestis returns. Pass the turn. Opponent. That was a long time ago. Ooh, the anime Kamigawa trailer was really good. Now I have a puppy that eats everything. I mean, I give him lots of dog food, but oh my god, anything he can get his mouth on, he will eat. Yeah, there's no wins or losses yet. This is still our very first game. Little nervous that it's going to end with us timing out, but hopefully not. Meat Hook Massacre X7. All right, I mean, that doesn't especially matter. Okay. Like, our biggest challenge right at the moment is time. Like, time is our biggest enemy. Our opponent's not going to kill us, but we got to stay ahead in time. So we got to play really, really fast, which maybe means this is a... Oh my goodness, he's eating so many tables. Or, not tables, cables. He's eating so many cables. Kind of a ridiculous amount of cables. Well, all right. Sky Turtle, Shigeki. Get it back. Counters on Crawling Barrens. Decline. I think our... Oh, Balagad Recovery is actually really good. I'll play a Prancer. Gain some life. Pass the turn. Okay, 9 minutes to 8:20. So we got to get hit on clock. That's number one. It's 30 minutes. He would try to eat the table. Actually, so I bring him over for puppy playtime, which is hanging out with with another puppy, and he actually, with the other puppy, actually ate the siding off of the house. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Shigeki. Get back 4, which will be turtle, and also turtle, and also turtle, and also turtle. Yes, please. Oh, we could have went more. Well, that's fine. We'd have been discarding him to hand size anyway. Power up the Crawling Barrens. Decline. Bounce your dork. This is game 1. This is the longest game in the history of Kamigawa Standard, I'm pretty sure. About it. Thinking about doing something, like sacking it. All right, sacks it. Sure. Certainly. Can we get ahead on clock? The problem is also this Wandering Emperor. If we had a counter, this would get so much... Wow. All right. Wedding Massacre, Eye Twitch. Sure. Fizzles it. So we untap. We play... Cyclone Summoner. Make a mana. I feel like we've done this so many times. Pick it up. Replay Celestis. And Balagad Recovery. Get back Ashaya for the future. Prancer. The problem is this is just going to go to Meat Hook Massacre again. The never-ending Meat Hook Massacres. Pass the turn. Discard Celestis. 714, 749. Ooh, we're still behind on clock. The turtles are just going to get Meat Hook Massacre. That's the thing. Like, we know there's a Meat Hook Massacre, so we know that the Meat Hook Massacre is going to come. Yep, there it is. And our opponent has the Wandering Mage, so the Wandering Mage can deal with... our creature lands, which is also annoying. If our opponent ever taps down too much, we can get them, but... Well, Sky Turtle, discard it, get back Shigeki. Untap. Okay, two turns. We're gonna do it. We're returning everything, so we can't. So we can't not. Ooh, well, that kills me, Hook Massacre. That's actually sweet. All right, that's a new plan. Beseiju. Blow up your Meat Hook Massacre. Now we can start looping in a really slow, weird, roundabout way Beseiju. And maybe blow up all of our opponent's lands eventually? How many basics you got, friend? All right, they do have a basic. Well, in that case, play a Shaya. Pass the turn. Well, Meat Hook down. Meat Hook down. We got rid of it. 636, 657. Can we stay ahead on clock? Opponent. 10 cards in the deck. 12 cards in the deck. Maybe we just need a way to make our opponent. Maybe we just need a way to make our opponent draw some cards. Like we gotta have another finisher. There's gotta be another finisher. Well, if we stop the loop, I don't think we win. Opponent plays an eye twitch. Sure. So I think we need the loop for winning purposes. Wedding announcement. Sure. Opponents passing, flipping, discard Sky Turtle, get back Shigeki. Discard Shigeki. Get back Turtle. Balaged Recovery. Fading Hope. Floral Hedron. Cyclone Summoner. Oh no, that's gonna get us. That was real bad. Oh, that's a lot of clock going for nothing. We went too many. Oh boy, that might be deadly. Not a lot of margin. For this. Get back. Okay. Oh, that ate a lot of clock. That put us almost a minute behind. All right, get our stuff back. Float a mana. This is the turn we got to go for it. Cyclone Summoner. Bounce your stuff. And the Celestis. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. Balaged Recovery. Get back Beseiju. Pass the turn. Oh, this is going way too slow. Way too slow. Discard some cards. Okay, we need a better finisher. 1, 2, 3. Discard some cards. Opponent untaps. Is it worth keep playing this Celestis every turn? Maybe it's not anymore. Eye twitch. Like, we're trying to win with this Spectral Adversary, but we just have not been able to get in the right position. Gonna sack the Eye Twitch, but we can discard the Sky Turtle, pick up the Summon. Opponent's just making this, they have so much removal. The removal is making this ridiculously hard. Opponent gets a Pest Summonings. Opponent. Oh, we got to play super fast. All right, I can't really. Yeah, that is the problem, is time and cards in library. We're slowly getting through our opponent's stuff. Beseiju. Blow up Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Are they out of lands yet? No. Counters on Crawling Barrens. This is just an awkward matchup. It's an awkward matchup because our opponent has... Our opponent has the ability to loop the Meat Hook Massacre. Like, that's what's making this this difficult. Pass the turn. Please go for Spectral. As long as you protect it from exile, you can regrow it and try again. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to at some point. We're getting low on everything. Opponent passes. Well, Sky Turtle. Get back Beseju wherever it. Wow, way at the bottom. Get back Beseju. I mean, I think we can blow up all of our opponent's lands. The question is, can we do it fast enough? Blow up Hive of the Eye Tyrant. They're gonna run out of lands eventually. They gotta run out of lands eventually. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Are they out of lands yet? Yes. Oh, that's good. Colossal Sky Turtle. Get back Shigeki. Untap. I mean, we do have them. Can we do it in time? Shigeki. Get back. Balaged Recovery. We definitely don't have enough time. Balaged Recovery. Get back Beseju. Beseju. Blow up your Hive of the Eye Tyrant. All right, we just gotta play. We gotta play faster. That's the problem. We gotta play faster or at a better finisher. One or the other. Those are the two possibilities. Play a tap land. Go attacking. But our opponent has just stopped getting land, so we can't use it to actually mill him. Opponent just got here, but did you know you can loop turtles with their own channel with Lithoform engine? Oh, I didn't know that, but that is super sweet. I mean, if we can blow up all of our opponent's lands, I'm going to count that as a win, regardless of what the record says. Opponent, Wandering Emperor.
I hope you're ready to lose.
Sure. Down for now.
Is what you get
Untaps.
from my people.
3 minutes, not much time. Pass summoning, sure. About it. Yeah.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Well, Shigeki. Get back 3 Sky Turtles. Yes. Please return them. Untap. Sky Turtle. Get back Cyclone Summoner. Sky Turtle. Get back Beseju. Beseju. Blow up your dual land. They're just gonna get Meathook massacred. And then Glasspool Mimic. Celestis, go. I mean, I don't think we can win by attacking. Like, that's the problem. Our opponent just keeps recasting the Wandering Emperor. We probably are the bad guys, but I'm kind of okay with that. About it. Going to pump. Yeah, I guess that's true. We can't hit the basics, can we? So I think what I'm learning is for this matchup in specific, we're probably going to need a more dedicated finisher. Because this matchup is just making it really hard for us to actually kill our opponent. Yeah, I guess we could just pass for a couple turns. That's super boring, but that might actually be the correct line. Opponent passes. Yeah, but casting Cyclone Summoner is kind of what we do. That's kind of like what the deck does. About it. Going to flip. Shigeki. Get a bunch of things back. Turtle. Balaged Recovery. Turtle. Get them back. No, I think we deck first. Oh, actually, we do deck first, right? Just barely. So play the land. All right, we gotta go for it. We gotta go for it. Boom. Cyclone Summoner. Bounce your stuff. Sky Turtle. Cast it. Ward it up. Pass the turn. Oh, we're gonna time out. I mean, the deck is so sweet, but I do think we could use a better finisher. For this, I mean, in a lot of matchups, this wouldn't matter, and this would just win. Meat Hook Massacre. Opponent. Okay. That's fine. Phase out. Can we win this game? I mean, we're gonna time out the match, but opponent passes. Crawling Barons. Turn it on. Lair the Hydra. Turn it on. Go to combat. Attack. Here they come. Opponent, of course, has a ton of removal. Wandering Emperor, sure.
Finally, I'm home.
Well, Sky Turtle. Bounce the Crawling Barons. Hit ya. Down to 6, and we time out. We should have played fast. That was one game. That was one game. That is a unique matchup. I swear, I've never actually had that happen before. That's a weird matchup for this deck. So, I mean, you can see I promised the most annoying deck in Standard, and I think we... wow, we could probably make our opponent play like a 3-hour match in best of 1. Is it really not timed? Yeah, that was a single game. That was one game. So, we were so close. Not even a match. That was a game. So you've seen the most annoying deck in Standard. The question, so I do think that's a weird matchup. The fact that Wandering Emperor and the Meat Hook Massacre were in our opponent's deck were a problem. At the same time, if I guess in Limited the same thing kind of happened. So yeah, I mean, maybe just adding a hard counter to the main deck could be enough. We could also, like, are there any Expel finishers? Like, what could we play this just like you're dead? Feels like you go faster. Tasha's Hideous. Ooh. I mean, Tasha's Hideous Laughter would get him. Like that, just looping that would actually do it. The problem is Tasha's Hideous Laughter doesn't do anything otherwise. It would be nice if we had a card that did something and was a finisher, but mill 4. Oh, that's milling ourselves isn't good. Target player draws Prismari Command. Prismari Command gonna get him. That was literally an hour game. What is our best finish? Or do we just trust that was a weird matchup and add like a negate to the main deck? Like adding a negate to the main deck or another hard counter would go a pretty long way. We can probably go one Ashaya. Although Ashaya is big against like aggro decks. Also, the deck has an absurd number of lands because we have 17 lands and then 4, 8, 12, 13, 14 MDFCs. So we technically have 31 lands. So we could probably cut a land or two. Hullbreak Core is just so boring, though. Can we do it in a fun way? Is there a fun way we could do it? Ooh, looping I don't know if we have enough cards in our library to make Body of Research good. Although looping that would be pretty funny. We got the Crate Plate Balos in the sideboard. We could move them into the main deck. I wish I had Trample. Triska Decaphile could be funny. The Channel Counter. What other channel cards do we have? Mirror Shell Crab. The problem is it only counters unless they pay 3. So in that late game scenario, which this deck... the deck gets to. The deck is gonna get there. Discard Roaring Earth, put X counters on a land. That's actually kind of cute. What about Roaring Earth? What if we just like keep turning? It works with our Cyclone Summoner because it's a land. That actually seems kind of good. I don't know, maybe that's a horrible idea. But I could see Roaring Earth actually just as a one-of. Just a one-of Roaring Earth. So in the late game, every turn we just dump all of our mana into a land, make a 20/20, attack you. That could work. Tameo. Yeah, Tameo's fine, but I don't know if it helps us close out the game. And drawing more cards might actually be a drawback. So I think we definitely want a hard counter in the main deck. I think that makes sense. Like a negate. Caboose, welcome. Or actually maybe it's just saw it coming since it hits anything. So we can add one hard counter to the main deck. Caboose, welcome to the fishbowl. Feeling a bit under the weather. Oh man, I had that bad cold a couple weeks ago and it was not fun. So I hope you feel better, Caboose. Thanks for hanging out. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. So we can add that to the main deck. You know what? We'll add Atasha's Hideous Laughter. I don't know if it's actually good, but let's add it because it's sweet. Ideally, it would be something we could blossomingly plants into. Devious Cover-Up. Counter target spell, shuffle 4 cards in. So if we played 2 of them, we could loop them with each other. The only thing is we kind of want the cards in our graveyard because we want to get them back, but it would be a way... It would be a way to get our stuff back into our library. Is there something that just shuffles the whole graveyard in? Turn the Earth. No. Rune Crown. All right. Oh, it's going amazing. I'm loving it, Caboose. I'm loving it. I'm loving this deck. I don't know if it's good, but I'm loving it. I mean, it never loses. Witness the Future. What is Witness the Future? Shuffles 4 cards in the graveyard. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one in your hand. The rest. That actually doesn't seem that bad. Ooh, what about a Wish? Oh, that's super spicy. We can do it all. Oh, then we have it. Oh my goodness, that is the most fun idea I've ever heard. Okay, we're definitely doing that. We're definitely doing it. What can make this deck even grindier, even harder to win with without timing out? The answer, I believe, is adding Wish to the main deck. And then we put Tasha's Hideous Laughter in there. We'll get rid of the Saw It Coming. We'll go down 1 Ashaya. We can put... I mean, I guess we can put Ashaya in the sideboard. I don't even know if we... Yeah, sure. Put Ashaya in the sideboard. And then we can just play a couple pathways, because it's not like we need many basics. So we can add a pathway, and that'll give us a couple other sources of red mana. Oh, all right. Oh, Crackle on the sideboard? But do we have the mana to cast Crackle? That costs a lot of red, right? Or no? How much red is it? Oh, only 2. Do we have enough mana for it to work? All right, let's try it. The deck was not grindy enough. I mean, we got 2 basics. If we get Field of Ruin, we're fine. All right, let's just try. Let's do some more turtle locking. Okay, so honest opinion, chat. Honest opinion. Is this deck deck entertaining to watch for the stream, or is this like the most obnoxious thing you've ever seen and you're gonna do something else? I was a little worried because it's I mean, we played a single game in an hour. Ooh, light up. I like light up tonight. That could finish it. Okay. Seagate Restoration could be good. Whoa, that's not a lot of lands for a 31 land deck. I think it's fine though. Shigeki will hopefully hit us lands. Definitely both. All right, I'll count that as a win. A one of World Tree could be fine. Okay. Can we keep up with aggro? This is not the best starting hand for aggro, but all right, run out Shigeki. Blossoming Prancer is pretty good though if we can get it down, because Blossoming Prancer can just gain 4. It's kind of like Thragtusk. This reminds me of like weird Thragtusk. Keep telling turtle stories. I mean, my turtle story is pretty short. I found a turtle in the road, and I thought I was doing a good thing by saving it from likely getting hit by a car. But it actually kind of did live in my bathtub. And I mean, the eating Doritos thing was sort of a meme, but I think it did actually happen a couple of times. And then it was freed by some of my friends that did not appreciate the turtle's lifestyle. I thought it was a pretty decent life at the time, but that was, like I said, I would not keep a turtle in my bathtub now, but that was a long time ago. Also, actually, speaking of turtle stories, there is one other one. Okay. I don't know how this matchup's gonna go. So opponent's gonna haste something. Get Bear a turtle. Turtle costume. That would actually be kind of funny. All right. Bounce it. Fading Hope. Doesn't really matter. It's going to the graveyard anyway. About it. Goes attacking. Well, we will block. And Shigeki, please hit a land. Okay, we hit a land. We want Ottawa. Mill some cards. Opponent's off to an aggressive start. I don't know if we're gonna. Ooh, okay. Oh no. Now we need green mana. All right. Master of Wids. Those are not green sources. Discard a Shigeki. Uh-oh. Okay, now I'm a little scared because we don't have. Oh yeah, we should have. For some reason, I thought this had Menace. Oh, it doesn't have. Oh, okay. Well, learning the new card. I don't know why I thought Ogre had Helm had Menace. So that was just a pun. For some reason, I thought that was a menacing attacker, but it is not. Lots of words, none of them are menace. Opponent. It's its nickname. Ottawa, the Soaring City, the capital of Canada, right? Opponent. Well, we need to get to green. We need a green source. So we need Blossoming Prancer, I think. That's the next step. Without double green, we're kind of in an awkward position. Reckless Stormseeker. And Voldarin Epicure. Down to 15. Haste up something. All right, gonna get in the helm. Down to 11. Not a lot of life. Okay, that's green. So play this on green. Blossoming Prancer. This helps. Decline. Gain some life past the turn up to 15. Oh, can we stabilize? We're getting close. We're up to 6 mana. That's close. And we got double green, so Shigeki can start doing its thing. Maybe. Can channel for green. Wait, how do we channel for green? I wonder if the channel ramp thing could be worth it. The channel discard to get a land. That might actually be good. About it. So what have y'all been playing lately? Have you been playing anything sweet in standard or otherwise? Also, a reminder that our sponsor today, if you need some annoying cards of your own, Card Kingdom, get them over at cardkingdom.com. So, honest talk, chat. Ooh, Team Fortress 2. Honest talk. Are you buying blue-white? Oh, vehicles are so good. Historic Shaman are also sweet. Opponent going to equip. So, honest. Oh, Machiko's Reign of Truth is the truth. Really? All right. I mean, double block. I don't think we get blown out with our opponent only having 1 mana. They're going to kill the Prancer, but we get rid of the Stormseeker, which was causing us all kinds of issues. Getting that exiled is a bit obnoxious. All right, there's another one. You know what would be really good is Mass Bounce. Huh. Well, Prancer Part 2. Get a Colossal Sky Turtle. Play the I mean, we're getting the teeth set in. The lock is slowly closing around our vote it, sure, counter, whatever. We could use Mass Bounce. Cyclone Summoner to reset would be nice. Oh, I haven't got to play Hidetsugu Consumes All yet. I played Planeswalker Infinite Tokens. Ooh, how do you do that, Cordius? That sounds fun. Ooh, Sultai Walker Reanimator. Are there mirror boxes involved? Mirror Box Super Friend seems real. Well, this opponent not sticking around. So we won a game. It is possible that we win a game. And now we can bring in Reject. We can bring in Circuit Mender. I guess that's about it. Reject. Actually, Thieving Skydiver could be good against the reconfigure stuff. That's actually kind of hilarious against the reconfigure stuff. Going down, what? That's always the question. Fading Hope, good. Shigeki, necessary. That went much smoother. We didn't time out for once in our lives. Put to the bottom. I don't know what to cut. Jeskai Hinata has been with special guest Velamakis. Ooh, that sounds really sweet. Oh, are you Tameoing Chariots? That doesn't sound like Mirror Box. I'm kind of addicted to Mirror Box. Drop Wish, but it's so fun. Yeah, I don't think we need it in this one. Like this game is not a matchup where our opponent's going to have the ability to stay alive like that last control opponent did. So I think that this game, it is just 100% about us. It's a shell of a time. 100% about us stabilizing. Oh, how did the Bant Restoration deck work? That's on my list of decks to try, like standard Living End. But I wasn't sure if it was too weak to counters. Like, I was afraid I was going to do all this work to fill my graveyard and then just get negated every time. But it seems like such a fun idea. So are you buying the Street Fighter Secret Lair drop? Did you read the 100-page document from Free Wizards? Pretty damning stuff in there. So I read bits and pieces of it. I've been talking to people about it. I haven't actually got to read all 100 pages of it yet. Definitely some really interesting stuff. I have mixed feelings on that whole situation. It's a very, very interesting situation. I definitely plan on giving it a full read when I get the chance. Today I had Commander Clash and a bunch of other stuff, so I just didn't have the time to read all of it. But you get some really interesting information from behind the scenes that we wouldn't get anyplace else. At the same time, I'm still not convinced on the math that they're using on some of their assumptions about how much money Arena could be making. Like, there's from everything I've read about free-to-play games, it blows my mind that Arena could be making $150 per player. Maybe that's even a better question. We'll come back around to Secret Lairs in Street Fighter. How much money do you spend on Arena a year? And this is not a representative sample, but I'm very curious because my assumption of Arena is this, that you have a handful of people like me that spend a ridiculous amount of money on Arena. like the ultra whales, essentially. So you have a handful of me's, and then you have a few people that spend a little bit of money. Maybe you spend a little bit each set. Maybe you got the welcome bundle. And then most people, I would say, my assumption is spend $0, like literally $0 per year. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 200, 250. So if you missed the news earlier today, there is a investor who is wanting to. Oh, do we play this? It's a little risky. I think we're going to. There's an investor who is trying to get Hasbro to split off Wizards of the Coast from Hasbro. Basically make it its own company. Literally make it its own company. It's trying to split it off, make it its own company. It also involves John Finkel, who they are recommending to be on the board of this new company. So it's a very interesting idea. On one hand, a lot of the things they mentioned, I think are true. Hasbro is using Wizards to essentially support their other failing businesses, more or less, as sad as that sounds. But they're not reinvesting as Wizards as much as they could. Wizards could be worth a lot more if they weren't being dragged down by Hasbro. Like corporate structures, mismanagement, CEOs making tons of money even if they're, not doing that well. All that stuff I think is probably true. At the same time, I am fairly skeptical of Wall Street and hedge funds. And I think it's important to realize that their goal is to make money. When it comes down to it, yes, I love Finkel and I'm glad that he's involved. And I think he's a great person to be involved. But at the same time, like the main goal of any investor is to increase the value of their stock and make money for the shareholders. Like that is their whole deal. So I don't know. Oh, this deck is wild, X and blue. It'll be interesting to see how it shakes out, for sure. I also don't know how serious it is. Like, do these people actually have the ability to do what they want to do? I'm not 100% sure about that either. Opponent. I think it is, like, if we saw the most recent numbers literally from Hasbro itself, that basically said Wizards makes as much money as the rest of Hasbro put together. Did you put in a finisher? Yeah, we sort of. Now we have Wish to get finishers from our sideboard. But yes, and we also added a counter spell. So okay, let me see if I can find this doc. So this all happened this morning. It was tweeted about. Does anybody have a link to the actual website? So there's this article in Wall Street Journal that talks about it, but there's actually a 100-page. All right, there's Thundering Raju again. There's actually a 100-page document that they published that goes over this stuff. But if anyone has a link to the actual document, and they say a lot of really, really awesome things, and I don't know if. I just don't know how seriously to take it. Like, free the Wizards, that's what it is. The question for me is 1, 2, 3. So we need one more. All right, play Mender. The question for me is, are these people actually serious about like improving Magic? And I think that Finkel, like I do have a lot of trust in Finkel, but is the goal actually to improve Magic, or is this basically trying to get the Magic community on their side to make a bunch of money? And I really don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm too skeptical of hedge funds and Wall Street and all of that stuff. But for me, whenever I hear that, I just am immediately a little bit skeptical. I mean, it can be both, but is it all right, opponent's going to pass. It can definitely be both. I mean, there's no doubt that the investor's goal is to make money. That's any investor's goal, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But is like the fixing the bugs on Arena and all that kind of stuff, if that was so profitable, why wouldn't Wizards be doing that? And I guess the argument would be Wizards is just incompetent, would be probably the argument from the people that are talking about splitting it off. But it makes me wonder, like, because if you read their doc, it's a lot of things that we want, like improve Arena, fix the bugs on Arena, have organized play, like a lot of really straightforward, smart things, which sounds a lot like what a lot of the community has been asking for a while with Magic. So it hit all the right marks in that sense. But it did make me wonder, like, is this just like a PR document that's trying to get the Magic community behind it? Or is that actually what would happen if Wizards split out and this group took over? Or would they take over and be like, wow, you know, it's not actually nearly as profitable as we thought. It's not $150 per player. So, you know, sorry, we can't actually do all those things. Yeah, acknowledging the problems are definitely good. And they are someone who owned 2.5% of Hasbro or something. Like the group talking about it does have like $300 million or something invested in Hasbro. Wizards bogged down by corporate bureaucracy and company priorities. Yeah, I mean, I think that is true. But would that change if it just would that change if it split out on its own, do you think? Or would it just be different people but the same challenges? I mean, I do think it's very true that, well, that was a pretty easy win against if this deck can crush on aggro decks, that's a good side. I do think one part of it that certainly rings true with me is I do think that that Hasbro's kind of milking Wizards for all it can. Like, we know this. I think that's kind of objective. That's something we've been talking about for a while, that Hasbro, a lot of their properties are struggling, but Wizards is doing really well. And Hasbro is, I think, taking the money from Wizards and using it to prop up a lot of their other businesses that aren't doing that well. But that also makes me skeptical that Hasbro would actually go for getting rid of Wizards and like splitting it off, because I would assume what would happen is, yes, Wizards would probably shoot up in price as far as their stock, but Hasbro, I assume, would crash because Wizards is the only good part of their business. Like, Wizards is keeping Hasbro afloat. So yes, I'm sure it would greatly increase Wizards stock price, but I assume that it would equally harm Hasbro's stock price, because if they don't got Wizards money, what do they got? Nothing, really. Wizards' strength is in game design. We're also angry about every management decision, but keep coming back anyway, so cut the fat. Magic is basically Tom Hanks in Big, struggling to teach a bunch of suits how fun works. Yeah, I mean, that could definitely be true. I definitely think Wizards corporate culture could be improved, and I'm definitely open to the idea of splitting Wizards off on its own. I'm still not convinced Hasbro would go for it, and I'm still going to be skeptical of any like hedge fund investor group, just because I'm naturally just skeptical of Wall Street. But I think there could be good that comes from it if it actually did happen, which I still am skeptical that Hasbro would be like, hey, take our one profitable brand and like make it its own thing, because I think that Hasbro would just cease to exist. Flickliv, how are you? Ooh, Tezzeret Madness, that sounds spicy. Yeah, exclamation point deck will always take you to the deck. Ah, ninjas, eh? Ninjas. Well, Tangled Florahedron. Go. See, we actually can pick up some quick wins. I think that black-white control matchup is just super grindy. There's a website about it, and also a huge 100-page document about it. Opponent plays a land. Ooh, Yumazawa spicy. Now I'm a little scared. Well, we will block and try to ramp. Are we about to get Blightsteeled? All right, grab a land. So many Shigekis. Play Shigeki. Play Tangled Florahedron. Play a land. Ooh, I'm a little nervous here. Yeah, untapping with Yumazawa is pretty scary. Next time you play Legacy, you're going to play the Beseiju lands. Capes had a lot of sex with the new Future Sight. Interesting. The new Future Sight in Legacy? That's spicy. Well, we're going to block. See what happens. I assume something's getting ninjutsu'd. Alright, biting palm ninja. Yeah. Well, we get thought seized. Our hand's pretty redundant. Well, it's cool to see ninjas do a thing. Yeah, I mean, we can't literally get blight stealed, but you know what I mean. Well, land on red. We could just Cyclone Summoner, honestly. That might be worth it. It is big. They could have a counter. That would be obnoxious. What do we do, chat? What do we do? Ooh, Tezzeret Madness. That looks spicy, Gordius. How has Reinforced Ronin been? Been playing some Tezzeret in Pioneer, and it's actually been pretty good. Pretty good in the right deck. Bill, you're not a deck. Just wanted to say it's been fun. It's been a turn too slow, but with more playing, I think I get it. Ooh, awesome. I'm glad you've been having fun with it. You know what? Boom. No counters. Cyclone Summoner. Pick him up. Pick him up. Pick him up as the turd. I mean, we can't just keep getting beaten down or we're going to lose. Silver for Master. Yumazawa. Well, play Shigeki. Play Florahedron. Pass the turn up out at the taps. Just recently followed on Twitter. Really appreciate the budget decks you posted. Hey, thank you, Harnif said. I'm glad you appreciate them. Yeah, I've been making budget decks for a long time. I think Magic keeps getting more expensive, which I think means oh, we maybe should have countered that. Which I think makes budget decks even more important. Wish. Yeah, there's a decent chance we should have countered that Biting Palm Ninja with its Menace counter. Huh. I don't even... Is there a way to see her sideboard? I don't even remember. I know there is, I think. How do I see... Okay, view sideboard. Is there anything we can get that's relevant? Tasha's hideous laughter. Circuit Mender. Not really. Yes. I should have been paying more attention to countered it. You were correct. And now we're in kind of an awkward position, aren't we? Opponent's got a lot of blockers. I'll play the Jwari Disruption. And yeah, I guess we just gotta pass. I do not especially like where we're at, though. About it. Ooh, awesome. What modern budget deck have you been playing? Do you think that budget Magic should keep up with inflation? Oh, that would probably be tough. Opponent gonna get in with Unblockable Dork. Okay. I think it would be hard to convince people that... What do they got? Okay, Moon Circuit Hacker. And tip. Opponent's going off. Opponent's going off. Ninjing off. Draws a card. Yeah. Pretty good. Is Hinata good enough for Historic? I think with Magma Opus it probably is. And then draws a card. Yeah, opponent. What a turn for ninjas. That was one of the best ninja turns I've seen. Another silver for Master. Well, one. Okay. Well, get back our graveyard. Oh, hang on. Can only get back 2 things. 1, 2. Yeah, get back 2 things. So Shigeki. Actually, we could ramp. Yeah, let's do that first. Ramp with Shigeki. Get a land. Mill nothing of relevance. Okay. I think we're just going to have to bounce the board. So we're going to play the land on blue. Wish. 1, 2, 3. So tap this for mana. Get Consuming Tide. Keep the Cyclone Summoner. Pick him up, pick him up, pick him up. Ooh, that was a good draw. Hitcha. Down to 13. And now we're getting to the loops, and we can bounce a Biting Palm Ninja for the blowouts. Oh, yes. Standard's pretty fun right now. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. Biting Palm Ninja. Another silver for Master. Huh. All right, Sky Turtle. Bounce the Ninja. Yeah, I think we just gotta bounce it. Kaido Suzuki. Wow, loot. Okay. Okay. Not bad. And now we can start doing Shijiki stuff. Thousand Face Shadow. 1, 2. Well, I mean, it's just hard to pass up. Glass Pool Mimic on a Cyclone Summoner. Pick him up. Hit ya for 7. Floral Eater is a land. Start doing Shigeki stuff, and I think we're good. Yeah, the Black Red Artifact deck is our backup deck for today. I don't know if we're gonna get to it because this deck plays such long and grindy games, but that is a backup deck, so it's on my list. If we don't get to it today, we will get to it. We will get to it at some point because I think that deck looks really sweet. Silver for Master. Has anyone had any luck with ninjas? I'm curious. So opponent does a bunch of stuff, gonna loot. Well, I mean, I think we just win here. Well, we don't literally win. We can discard Shigeki, get back Turtle and Consuming Tide. Untap. Oh, man, I think you must have missed game 1, Crux Delta. Our first game of the stream, we played Black White Control. We literally timed out in game 1, and our opponent was like a minute behind us. The loop of Shigeki with Sky Turtle is just it's kind of absurd. It really is absurd. Well, Consuming Tide, keep a Cyclone Summoner, and opponent done diddly done. I did just build one of your budget modern decks. I'm excited to try it, but as a person on somewhat limited budget, I'm really hoping Pioneer makes a great comeback. Well, Orange Sushi, I think you're going to be happy because I'm actually pretty confident that Pioneer is on the rise. I think that Pioneer is on the rise. Yeah, the Black Red Artifact deck is cool. That is a really fun looking deck. I mean, if you want, we can switch and try it. What do you think, Chad? Do you wanna keep annoying opponents, or do you want to try Black Red Artifacts? Like I said, if we don't play Black Red Artifacts today, we will play it in the future. It's mostly a matter if you're enjoying annoying opponents, or if you want to try something different. I mean, this deck is sweet. How do we send you deck lists, assuming you don't want links? Actually, I do want links. Links are, I mean, you do it either way, but links are way easier. You can send links in the chat. Also, you can email them to me, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Those are the easiest ways to get me deck lists. We don't change much. I mean, Sky Turtle and Fading Hope are both really good. We just want to kind of keep our opponent from ninjutsuing, essentially. Let's go down one Bella, get a recovery, run it like that. But I definitely think that... Alright, we can try the artifact deck. These games might be a bit too long. I mean, they are very, very, very grindy. I mean, our hope is to get Tashia's Hideous Laughter from our sideboard. Our hope is to get Hideous Laughter from our sideboard with Wish, but we haven't actually got to see it fully yet. Let's just Glasspool Mimic. See if our opponent's got the turn 2 Ninjitsu. Is this a mill deck? So the way to finish the game is to wish Tasha's Hideous Laughter from the sideboard and keep looping it with Shigeki and Colossal Sky Turtle until we mill him out. So, sort of. Oh, let me see, Daniel. Opponent's going to duress, take our Celestis, hit us. And... Alright, there's a hacker. Sure. Down to 18. Ooh. Awkward. Play Crawling Barons past the turn. Awkward, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Esper Fang. Ooh, some Grease Fang action, eh? Yeah, Grease Fang Parhelion's pretty cute. I think this looks like a pretty solid Karn board. Lots of removal for creature decks, good Karn targets, and some counters for control. That looks like a solid sideboard to me. I'm sure you could always like customize the Karn targets a little bit, but it seems like you got the big ones. The Graveyard Hate, some removal, Sky Sovereign. So it actually looks solid to me, Jessica Jones. Opponent's going to duress us. That's annoying because it can take our land. Hey, thank you, Basic Forest. Have you checked out the Artisan deck list in the article I sent you yet? It hurts that you always say that arena budget Magic is hard when there are such good decks out there. Rooker Dog. The decks, so I looked them over, they do look really sweet. The challenge is, I guess when I'm talking about arena budget, I'm generally talking about like for playing against non-budget decks, for like playing in standard or historic. So I know you can definitely play sweet decks against other decks that are fighting fairly, let's say. Like if you're gonna play against other Artisan decks or Pauper decks, then there's definitely a lot of possibilities. But I think building budget decks that fight against, you know, the standard meta or the historic meta, I find pretty challenging. But if you're playing against other people who are also committing to not playing any rares or mythics, then I think you definitely have, you know, lots of possibilities. Well, let's see if they ninjutsu. Not in the greatest position at the moment. So opponent's gonna ninjutsu. So we need to bounce silver for master. Keep the fading hope. Take one. Land. Shigeki. Oh, we're off to... This one's off to a little bit of a slow start. Ooh, Dragon Spirit deck. I haven't really built a Dragon Spirit deck. Has anyone been playing dragons? Opponent. But yeah, the deck list for Artisan did look sweet. I mean, I think it would be sweet to see that format be more supported, maybe. All right, opponent. Silver for master. Goes to combat. Attacks. Yeah, we'll wait to see if they ninjutsu. They do. Well, we will bounce the hacker. Celestis. Huh. Yeah, we'll keep Celestis. Celestis, and Balagan recovery past the turn. Oh, we're fighting Claw S. Sargento. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So where do you actually play? So how do you get into games, Rooker Dog, of Artisan? I'm curious. I'm curious what the actual like structure of it is about it. Goes attacking. Well, we will block. And Shigeki get a land. All right, Thousand Face Shadow. Huh. So we can get a Cyclone Summoner for next turn. 1-2. 1-2, 1-2. All right, Glasspool Mimic, go. Oh, is our loop going to be fast enough? Loot. Oh, discard the land. Opponent untaps. Ooh, CNBC wrote an article about it. Interesting. Maybe it has more legs than I was thinking. Like, maybe this is a real possibility. Opponent goes attacking. Sure. Thousand Face Shadow. Well, discard Shigeki. This deck is such a grind. I love it. Get back, Fading Hope, Cyclone Summoner. And then Fading Hope bounces silver for Master. Most people play on Discord, use messages in chat that you want to play and exchange friend info. They have weekly tournaments, but I played Lair, literally big decks to be budget decks against normal standard alchemy meta. Interesting. I didn't realize that, Rooker Dog. So you're actually playing it against the wider meta? Well, opponent's a Sky Turtle. That's frightening. And a Kaido Suzuki. And we dropped to 7. Ugh. All right. This might be a problem because our opponent gets to phase that out. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I guess we gotta do it. Opponent's gonna have a handful of goodies, though. Cyclone Summoner. I don't know if we're gonna be just fast enough or just too slow. Yeah, I'll have to look into it more. I hadn't really considered, so I was kind of looking at the decks and evaluating them in the context of like their own meta, like playing against each other. But I'll have to think more about the possibility of budget decks. Maybe I'll give some of them a try just to see. I mean, any decks with 0 rares or mythics that could actually win some games is a huge deal for budget players on Arena. Opponent running out their stuff. Oh, we might be just too slow here. Opponents discarding to hand size. Oh, Oh. There is potential blowouts. We might have to just go for it, though. All right, let's think about this. So we cast this. If it resolves, life is good. 1-2. 1-2, 1-2. I'll go to combat. Attack Kaido. If our opponent has removal, maybe they spend it? Alright, opponent just lets it go.
Mission's compromised.
Well, in that case, play the shores past the turn. We're gonna stick to the plan. We're gonna stick to the plan. Opponent plays a land. Silver for master. And silver for master. Sure. Goes to combat. Well, kind of Suzuki. Get back 2 cards. Discard. Get back Fading Hope and Cyclone Summoner. Fading Hope. The token. Prancer to the bottom. About it. Oh my goodness, I actually got to ninjutsu it. All right, that's actually kind of absurd. Oh, that's real bad. Okay, now I think we might be dead. Oh, I was forgetting this. Oh, that reduces the cost. Okay. Yeah, that's real deadly bad. Ouch. That's actually pretty good. Maybe silver for master is better than I thought. Free gold? Ooh, free gold in the arena store. Get your arena, your free arena money. Hey, what's up, Swing for Zero? How are you? Good to see you. Play the land. Is there any way out of this now? I don't think there is. Yeah, that reduced ninjutsu cost came through for our opponent. We needed the bounce. We needed the bounce. All right. Yep. How have you been, Swing for Zero? How do you feel about the most recent Magic trailer? Knowing you don't care for anime, I'm curious if it did a good job conveying the set. I liked it. I thought it did a good job. I mean, I don't have a strong connection to anime. I've talked about that before. I've never really watched a lot of anime, but even as someone who doesn't really watch anime, I thought it was good. For me personally, as someone who isn't like a huge anime fan, I would rank it behind, like, I think Throne of Eldraine was still maybe the best Magic trailer in my opinion. Also, War of the Spark was really good. I think those ones stick out as like the S tier so far of Magic trailers. Although I would say that this one ranks just a little bit behind. Like I don't think it's that far behind. It's in kind of the next group, but I did like it. Yeah, I think Throne and War of the Spark are they were so good. If you're not an anime fan, are you a sports ball fan? I mean, somewhat. I grew up liking sports quite a bit, and then I have like some of my younger brothers and sisters play sports in college, so I keep track of that. So I'm not like a huge sports fan, but music is really my main thing. Outside of Magic and games, music was pretty much my main hobby and pastime. Well, ninjas look good there. Well, we're on the play. Run it back. How many siblings do you have? Oh my god. I'm the oldest of 9 altogether. So 8 siblings. You thought it was too far from Magic? I mean, I guess I could see that. It wasn't... Wish in Hand isn't super helpful, but alright, we'll try it. I mean, I thought it was good. Yeah, I come from a huge family. About it. Land and Thousand-Faced Shadow. Well, all the Storm Giants go. About it. Yeah, my dad was Catholic and my mom was Protestant, I guess. But yeah. Oh, swing fist doing jump kicks? No. I mean, well, actually, so I was mostly like my favorite music is actually kind of like indie rock, but I definitely have been to some hardcore shows. I remember going. There was they do a festival in upstate New York, or they used to. Oh my god, this was a long time ago. It was like a K-rock show or something. And I remember like going to Slipknot and doing the mosh pit thing. So I enjoy hardcore shows just because I think they're fun to go to. Or I especially did enjoy. I haven't been to a hardcore show in quite a while. But I think hardcore shows are fun. Okay. My opponent goes to combat, going to attack, going to hit us. Down to 18. I think we need to Sky Turtle bounce the Master. Land on green. Master of Winds. Discard. Cyclone Summoner. Wow. It's always a challenge to stabilize opponent. I know everyone thinks I look like a metalhead, but I actually don't like metal that much. I mean, it's fine. I really, outside of pop music of any variety, I really like all genres of music. Like country is probably my least favorite, but I actually like real quote unquote country, like Johnny Cash or Hank Williams, like that style of country I actually like. But pop country is probably my least favorite style of music by far. Same with rap. I used to think I didn't really like rap, and then I realized that I kind of only heard the rap songs on the radio. And once I started seeking out rap music that was not on the radio, I actually really like a lot of rap music. I just was listening to the wrong music. So now I think it's basically that I don't like pop music or music on the radio for the most part. New Animal Collective is pretty good. I liked it. Yeah, I've been listening to it the last few days. I think it's good. I don't think it's quite as good as my favorite, at least so far. I'm going to listen to it some more. So far, I think it ranks a little bit behind my favorite albums of theirs, but I do think it's really solid. All right, pass the turn. Oh, ninjas putting some bodies on the battlefield. I think we want to save Shigeki to. I think we want to save Shigeki to get things back from the graveyard, maybe. Silver for Master is a lot better than I gave it credit for, and Biting Pop Ninja is absurd. So if he bounces, they just ninjutsu it back into play again, or they just pick this up. Well, I mean, I really don't want to lose this Shigeki. That's very, very, very bad for us. All right, we're going to do a little muting. Okay, silver for Master. Picks up silver for Master. Well, we killed a 1,000 Face Shadow, but we're out of cards and in a pretty bad spot. Oh. Yeah, ninjas are annoying. Honestly, ninjas might be a bad matchup for this deck. We don't really have hard removal, and ninjas just get off to such a fast, annoying tempo-y start. Well, that's the worst draw. Yeah. All right. Oh. Well, I think this deck has potential to be really, really good, like a top tier deck. Although I don't think anyone will play the deck because it takes so long to play games with. But I think it's actually like a pretty strong archetype. The loop is just very close to unbeatable for most decks, and once it's in its final form, I think it's like a very competitive archetype. And it's really, I mean, it's a prison deck. It's a straight up prison deck in standard. A ninja's obviously a little bit annoying. So I think arena players value their time. I don't know, whenever I hear arena players talk about stuff, they're like I don't know. I'm playing Tybalt's Trickery because I want to get my rewards as quickly as possible. Oh, the deck, if you didn't actually see the first games with the deck, like, I mean, you didn't get to see it against ninjas, and then we just ran over mono red. But the loop that makes the deck so unbeatable in the late game is essentially Shigeki. You can discard to return cards from your graveyard to your hand, non-legendary cards. Colossal Sky Turtle you can discard to return a card from a graveyard to your hand. So what the deck's really doing is it's just in the early game stabilizing, filling the graveyard, blocking stuff, and then the late game it's looping Shigeki and Sky Turtle. So you get a bunch of mana. You get back like 3 or 4 cards from your graveyard with Shigeki, including a Sky Turtle, and then Sky Turtle you discard to get back Shigeki, so you can do it again. So just every turn you're like bouncing all your opponent's stuff. I mean, if you didn't see it, go to the replay YouTube tomorrow. Go to the replay YouTube tomorrow and just watch the first match. It's going to take you an hour because it was an hour to play a single game, but you will see the loop in all of its glory and all of its power if you watch the first match or first game of the stream. But people want to see the artifact deck, so let's try the artifact deck. So this is a deck that I haven't actually played yet. I actually haven't built or played. Roger Dredge, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Hey Seth, would you rather be a turtle inside a prison or a prisoner inside a turtle? That's a tough one. I mean, I think being a turtle in prison, I think I'd be a turtle in prison because it seems like as a turtle, it'd probably be pretty easy to get out of prison, right? Like just kind of like slowly crawl through the bars or whatever. So I think I'd go turtle in prison because I think it would be actually like super easy because who's going to be looking for a turtle escaping? So I think I'd be turtle in prison. Prisoner in a turtle, I don't even know. Like, how do you get out of that? I don't think you do. It is the definition of the turtle for sure. Turtle prison is zoo. Well, actually, like, I don't know. I know that it probably sucks more than I think, but I don't know. Would the zoo life be that bad compared to being stuck inside a turtle? I think I'd rather be a turtle in a zoo than a human inside a turtle if I had to choose. You just climb out the back door of the turtle. All right, so this deck that we're going to try, this artifact sack deck, like I said, I haven't played a game with it yet, but it looks kind of spicy. The idea of this is we're essentially sacking artifacts for value. The big payoff, Oni Call Anvil, can sack an artifact to ping an opponent. More importantly, when an artifact leaves the battlefield, you make a 1/1 construct artifact token that then you can sacrifice in the future only once a turn, only during your turn. So this deck has Experimental Synthesizer, which generates card advantage. When it comes into play, when it leaves play, we can sacrifice that. We have treasure tokens, we have blood tokens, we have Deadly Dispute and Reckoner's Bargain that we can use to sacrifice for value. So we're just kind of like slowly making tokens, building a board, sacking stuff to draw cards, and then eventually it looks like, and like I said, I haven't actually played the deck yet, but it looks like we're just kind of eventually winning with a bunch of 1/1s. Setessan Uprising, a bunch of random dorks. So no big finish, but a bunch of aggro stuff and a bunch of grindy value in the sideboard. Duress is for control, Abrades for vehicles and aggro. Velki kind of does both, can be good against control where you're getting using as a finisher, can be good against aggro where you're getting rid of a creature. Sorin for card draw, Shadow's Verdict, a little bit risky. I don't know if I like exiling all of our stuff in this deck with, well, I guess we only got one Agadeem's Awakening, but it doesn't work with Meat Hook Massacre, but still, whatever. It's a good sweeper against aggro. So let's try some artifact sacrificing. Yeah, I'm very intrigued. Wait, there's a Snarl came into play on tap? I don't believe it. I don't believe you, Magikarp. I don't believe, it has never happened. It has never happened. We can add a Dragon Spark Reactor. Why not? I am intrigued by the possibilities of Dragon Spark Reactor. I think it's a card that if we draw it on turn 2, it's probably going to be very strong. But if we draw it later in the game, it's probably going to be much less strong. But let's try 2. Let's try 2 Dragon Spark Reactors and just see. Yeah, I think Anvil's like really good. Soka's in Smelter. Is that the sack to make a 3/1 thing? Sack an artifact, make a 3/1. Let's try it like this, and we can add Smelter later if we want to. Let's just get a feel for the deck, because I haven't played it at all yet, so I haven't had a ton of limited success with this set, but my favorite win was doming someone for 24 with Dragon Spark Reactor paired with 2 Oni Call Anvils. Ooh, that sounds super sweet. I know you get annoyed with the new layout, but if you pick last played, you just need to change decks. Really? Every time I change a deck, it sends me back to the starting screen. I haven't really figured out why. Well, this thing looks fine. We got Synthesizer for card draw. Everyone's favorite Setessan Uprising. Opponent. Ooh. All right. The Energizer Bunny. So what are some of the references? What are some of the references from this set? Like, I assume, I don't know, Energizer Bunny, Rabbit, Battery. It's gotta be Energizer Bunny. There's like Biker Rats. That was a TV show, right? What other like pretty obvious references can you think of from Kamigawa? Opponent. Ooh, Goro Goro. Spicy. Ooh, more synthesizers. Well, we're just going to... Man, let's just start making tokens. Setessan Uprising. Master Yoshi. So is that a Mario reference? Yoshi? Comes out of the egg, carries Mario around. A Ninja Turtle in a... Yeah, Ninja Turtle, that's true. Ninja Turtle was one. What is You Are Already Dead a reference to? Voltron. Voltron, yeah, that's an obvious one. That's a good one. Opponent. Goro and the Goro Goro. Well, there's a reactor. No, Dragon Spark Reactor. Maybe Dragon Spark Reactor is going to be kind of good. Blood Tithe Harvester makes a token. That triggers a react 2 counters. Oh, are we going to... Can we 20 someone with a Dragon Spark Reactor? Is that a thing? Is this a Turtle Prison deck? No, people got tired of Turtle Prisoning. The deck list is actually still up. What is Fist of the North Star? Is that an anime? The list is still up, and it'll be up on the replay YouTube tomorrow. People want to try out this artifact deck. The Turtle deck is awesome, and I love it, and I might still do a video of it, but it'll be 5 hours long to get through like 3 matches. But I very much enjoy the Dragon Turtle, the Dragon Turtle deck. About it. Well, there's the anvil. That's kind of great. Oh, we're stacking it up. Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you this. So the other day, I tried to start watching Full Metal Alchemist, because I know everyone said that was like the anime, one of the animes at least, to start out with. So we sack this. Sack the synthesizer. Trigger. So I started watching it, although I realized I was watching when I was like going to bed, and I realized that it actually... Oh, we can't even play that, can we? We cannot. I realized that it actually was going to take some of my attention. Like, it actually... it wasn't just like, you know, the third time or not even third, 10th time I've watched the same Futurama episode, so I can put it on and just kind of like, you know, fall asleep as I watch it. I felt like I really need to pay attention, but it is on my list, and I'm actually planning on watching it. Wait, so I should not watch Full Metal Alchemist? I should watch Brotherhood? Oh, I don't know. I just typed in Full Metal Alchemist. I didn't know there was more than one. Did I start with the wrong one? Opponent. I was really impressed with the style. Like it seemed like something I would actually really enjoy. Like the style was kind of like dark and noir, and I don't know. Remind me of like a I don't know, Tarantino movie or something. But I enjoyed the style of the animation and the story. Opponent. Because I was expecting, when I think of anime, I think of like a little bit goofier and lighter, but that seemed like very serious and interesting. So I'm definitely planning on actually watching through it, but I actually want to be able to focus on it because I think that it seemed like it was going to be worth it. Hey, what's up, worst Jin ever? How are you? Good to see you. First Strike, Lifelink, Haste. All right, so I think what we're going to have to start doing is sacking. This is going to be interesting. We're going to have to start blocking and sacking these tokens to keep our opponent from gaining life, and we're going to try to just grow this reactor big enough to kill our opponent, I think. All right, unconfigures, opponent passes. Ooh, another anvil. All right. Synthesizer. Oh, we turtle prisoned already, and then people want to see this artifact deck. I'm sure there would be some more turtle prisoning. I don't know if it'll be tonight because the games are so ridiculously grindy and long, but I really love the deck, so I think there's a decent chance I'm going to do something more with it. We got a new donation from Dan Wildfire. Hey, dog, thank you. Fist of the North Star is a classic anime movie from 1991. There's a part where the main character punches a bad guy, walks away and says, "You were already dead." The bad guy says, "What?" And then his head explodes. Classic scenes, lots of memes. That sounds vaguely familiar. I know I've never watched Fist of the North Star, but I don't know. Has there been references to that in other... There's got to be. All right, that sounds really sweet. That sounds interesting. I didn't know that. Good to know. All right, well, Voldaren Epicure. Ping, yeah. Make a blood token. And kill Goro Goro. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow, way more than 13. Okay. Oh, this deck's sweet. Pass the turn. Make a dork. I'm playing 12 Whack in Modern. Any cards from the new set you would add? Ooh. So I haven't thought... Oh, I should update this deck list. I haven't really went through updates of old decks too much with Neon Dynasty. Let me look at the red cards. So I think it's likely the answer is no. Really, so you got to be red, and you mostly got to be a goblin, and preferably add multiple bodies to the battlefield or be a pump spell. I don't think Goro Goro is really necessary. Fable of Mirror Break, you also really got to be 1 or 2 mana to even be in consideration. 3 mana would have to be an exceptional circumstance to be in consideration. So it's really a limited number of cards. If you're playing a generic build that doesn't care about goblins, then like Rabbit Battery or other things could maybe be in the conversation. I don't know if it would end up being worth it. But for the 12 whack like goblin builds in specific, pretty hard for new cards that are not also a samurai deck, isn't it? That are not a goblin or really cheap to break in. So I think the answer is no as far as new cards. Opponent. Oh, it'll tell you how many you got. Aha, 16. Quite the uprising. Yeah, Goro. I think Goro Goro's best home is Bard class. Hey, thank you, Bradley Frenova. I didn't realize that. All right, opponent, gonna take it up. First strike. Obnoxious. How many damage can we deal with one Dragon Spark Reactor? Can we one-shot our opponent? Hey, thank you, No Black Scorpion. I appreciate the kind words. Good to have you. Have you thought about budget affinity at all because of the new set? I've been thinking about replacing Baubles with new Springleaf Drum with a free artifact now that Baubles are $10 a pop. Yeah, the new one is really good. I think that is a good addition. Well, we're gonna play Oni Call Anvil. Step 1. Trigger. I was gonna get sweet. And then we can Voldaren Epicure, make a blood token. Oh. Yes. Oh, we're gonna get so many counters. We're up to 9. So our goal is 21 at the moment. And then Anvil, sack the dork to make 2 dorks. And Pina. Oh. Do I ever use card back when I play? I almost never remember it. Every once in a while I remember and add it, but not very often. Mostly because I just forget. Yeah, double Anvil is kind of absurd. And now what we can do is block and then sack to fizzle the lifelink of whatever our opponent attacks with. So we're actually, this is up to 11. We're actually not that far away from just straight up killing our opponent. Yeah, we can take the blood tokens too. Although I kind of might want them for filtering. I don't know. Opponent. Cycles the Ronin. I mean, I guess if we go wide enough, we could attack and then sack the reactor. Oh, you can set default. I didn't realize you could set default sleeves. That's a cool feature. You know, we need to be able to set default of his... Oh. We need to be able to set default basic lands. That is what I want more than anything. I dislike having to scroll through like 5 pages of lands to find the ones I want. Opponent ticks up on the samurai. Goes attacking. Gets quite a few triggers. Oh, and it gets to attack twice? That's not ideal. Well, block. And sack. Oh, so they're gonna get to gain. Okay, that's gonna slow us down. Well, the Dragon Spark Reactor is paying off. Do you use sleeves, chat? Is that actually a thing people do? Oh, that's right. For some reason, I was thinking they were getting 2 combats, but they aren't. They don't have Ryu yet. All right, so let's think about this. We sacrifice this. Get some triggers, draw a card. And this act's sweet. Trigger, ping ya. Blood Tithe Harvester. 14. Oh, this is actually really, really close to lethal. Like, I think we just win with... Is Dragon Spark Reactor actually kind of busted? Hey, what's up, Meanwhile 69? Nice to see ya. Make some tokens, pass the turn. Maybe Dragon Spark Reactor is the truth. So it does an uprising. Right now we're playing some black-red artifact shenanigans. Huh. This is, so far, Dragon Spark Reactor is better than I expected. Opponent. Goes attacking. Sure. I change sleeves all the time, mostly according to the color of my deck. I gotta start remembering it. It's funny because on Magic Online, I always, like, I'll spend a half hour sometimes, like, updating to the basic lands I want and whatnot. And then Arena, I never remember to add in the sleeves. Reactor reminds me of, I mean, I guess Disciple of the Vault. It also reminds me a little bit of Shrine of Burning Rage for artifacts. And Shrine of Burning Rage was, like, really good in its time in Standard, which was a long time ago, but... All right, if you remind me, we'll get some sleeves at some point. So this is at 15. This is lethal, right? We sack this. 16, 17. Ping you. And then just snipe your face? Wow, we didn't attack once. We didn't attack once. We didn't even attack. All we did is sit behind this. Wow. All we did was sit behind the Dragon Spark Reactor. That was it. I wonder... Maybe we should play even more of them. Could it be a 4 of? The only downside is we did draw it early. It's definitely a lot worse if you draw it off the top late. But this deck can really put a lot of artifacts on the battlefield pretty quick. Maybe we bring in Shadow's Verdict. Shadow's Verdict seems reasonable against what our opponent's doing. Shadow's Verdict in, going down. How many lands do we have? 21. Actually, we already have 1 million sweepers. We have Meat Hook. You know what? Maybe that's not worth it. How many sweepers can we possibly run in this matchup? Shambling and Synthesizer. The list feels pretty tight. I mean, Caitlyn kind of feels fillery. Maybe something like that. Let's try it like that. Volt Surge in the 75. It's a great removal spell for the deck. Yeah, it could be worth considering. Oh, we already turtled Tivo Blago. I will update the deck list. Check out the replay. I think we're probably going to play Black Red Artifacts for the last bit of the stream because people wanted to switch. The turtle deck is really sweet though. And I might end up doing a video about it still because I love how annoying it is. I really do. More Dockside Chiefs. Yeah, the question is how do you... Wow, it's awkward. We're going to mulligan that one, I think. That's better. I guess Uprising to the bottom, and we hope we draw... I mean, if we draw anything to get this card draw started, Uprising to the top, I mean. If we draw anything to get this started, we're going to be in good shape. Tomorrow's Mucha Brew. We're actually doing some pioneering. I really think this is going to be the year of Pioneer. I really think. Oh, let me see, Magikarp. I'm thinking of making Lamb Tangine. Oh, double anvil again. I'm thinking of making Lamb Tangine. I've never made lamb, and I'm intrigued by it. Tangine is a stylization of a North African dish. They are very savory with meats, vegetables, spices, and even occasionally dried fruits and nuts. Interesting. I have never eaten lamb. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would want to eat lamb. I don't know. I eat all kinds of meat and I really enjoy meat. For some reason, lamb just doesn't really appeal to me. Is it good? I've never actually had it. Oh boy. Well, this is a reason to play Samurai. This is what we saw when we played Samurai. Like, when you can Ishin into Ryu, you just win, and we have nothing going on at the moment. Oh, mana screwed. Ryu. Oh my god. Really? It's a good meat. I'll have to give it a... I guess I'll have to give it a try if everyone thinks it's that good. Yep. Sure. That's a lot of damage. We untap. We draw Meog Massacre that we can't cast. Well, that went a little less good. I don't think I've ever had a gyro. Lamb chops is one of the most delicious meat I've ever had. Should get a lamb gyro. I'll have to keep an eye out for a lamb gyro. I don't even know where I'd get one, honestly. I don't think we have... I don't know. I don't think I have lamb gyros around here. Like, I really... I live in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. We don't actually have that many... Gyro? Don't really have that many options for foods like that, unfortunately. Go to the lamb gyro store. Gyro. 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 Euro. Euro. I don't know. I don't think that pronunciation was... I mean, I'm sure it was wrong, but I don't think it was that illogical. Like, it seemed... I don't know. If you didn't know how to pronounce it, that seems like a reasonable pronunciation. It's literally Greek to me. Greek restaurant. Okay, I know where a Greek restaurant is. Not super close, but close enough that I could get to it if I wanted to. Well, land you. How do you feel about Wizards semi-endorsing the proxy community by using a well-known proxy artist? Who I missed that was one of the secret lair drops from a proxy artist. Exemplar. Well, play the land pass the turn. About it taps. Really need more culture. You're probably right. But I got magic. What do I need culture for? I mean, I think I told you the story before about how last time we did a goldfish trip to Vegas for GP Vegas, which was in the before times, before the pandemic stuff. So 2019, something like that. But Krim really want to go to like a Vegas buffet. And I don't know if you've ever been to Vegas, but the Vegas buffets are kind of famous. They're like huge and extravagant and they got everything. So we want to go to like a like real Vegas buffet. So we talked Richard into it. And it was a goldfish trip, so So it was Goldfish was paying for it. It was a business expense. So Richard was technically paying for it, and I swear we go there and there's 5 rooms full of food from every country around the world, and me and Krim like sought out the pizza, French fries, probably the equivalent of what we would have ate if we went to like McDonald's. And Richard was so, I mean, he wasn't pissed, but he wasn't super happy that we went to like this extravagant, expensive buffet and basically ate like McDonald's or pizzeria food. I did see the Neon Dynasty trailer. I liked it. I thought it was good. And I don't really even know anime, and I still liked it. Even if someone who doesn't really know anime, I thought it was really good. You know what? No attacks. Megadork, pass the turn. Yeah, Richard was eating all the good food. Richard knew what was up with the food. Richard's got taste with stuff like that. Krim and I, on the other hand, where's the pizza? There's got to be pizza here. They got all this food. They got to have fries, right? The turtleneck sweet. The GP Vegas we're getting a chance to be is still one of the best weekends of my life. Oh, it's so much fun, awesome, dude. Oh, I think that was the first Vegas that I went to. So that was, oh, I'm trying to remember. But yeah, I think that was the first one. That was a really fun one. I hope they bring it back. Hey, see you, Rooker Dog. I will look at your decks again in the context of actual standard rather than this artisan format. So, well, let me see. Basic lands were from this guy, Ben Makes Stuff. Interesting. So I don't know. So the lands that were spoiled are from the Secret Lair are from someone who does do Magic proxy art, which is really sweet. I don't know if that means anything in the grand scheme of Wizards like supporting proxies or whatever. I probably wouldn't read a ridiculous amount into it. I mean, we probably got to kill. Unfortunately, we probably got to kill Ishin. Like, Ishin is a scary card to let our opponent untap with, and at least we're making tokens every turn. I believe there's still one each. Did you like the Chibi Planeswalkers? All right, let me see if I can pull up the Secret Layers again. What is the tier ranking of these Secret Lair drops? All right, so if we look at these Secret Lair drops, here's my off the cuff ranking. Kaido Suzuki, man, whatever. Like, if you're a Kaido fan, I'm sure it's cool. Probably if you like the anime style art, I would say this was the lowest tier of this layer drops. And this is my personal like art critic taste. Like, it's just not especially my style. I don't really care about this one that much. I think Krim will probably love it. I bet this is probably like fully up Krim's alley with the Shadow of Doubt and everything. But for me, I would say this is like probably the lowest tier. I think the Kamigawa manga ones actually look really sweet. These are like B tier. Let's go B tier, maybe B plus tier. Whoa, Hitasugu, what in the world? Okay. That's frightening. I don't know what's going on now. Hitasugu. Well, I guess we're tap it, exile top card to your library, you may play that card. Are we just okay, well, I mean, burn down the house again. So I think they look sweet. Ash in the trash, first time sub, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Ooh, let me see meanwhile. Yeah, the manga ones are really sweet. I like those a lot. The walkers, I think, are pretty cool. So what is the art style? I'm not familiar with this, but they do look cool. I would play these. I think these would be probably in the same tier as the manga ones for me. Like, I would like them, but I'm not 100% sure that I would just, like, rush out and get them. I think this art style is really, really good. It reminds me of the basic lands, honestly, from Kamigawa, and I love the basic lands from Kamigawa. So the hideaway lands are good. The basic lands are also really, really good. The only thing with the basic lands is I feel like we have so many cool basic lands now that basic lands in general have started to feel a little less special to me just because we get so many of them. Like, we just constantly are getting these really, really cool basic lands. Hideaways having a number, I think, is notable. I think that what Hideaways having a number means is probably... how do we do this? So artifact leaves the battlefield, make a 1/1. So let's sack a blood token, draw a card, trigger Oni. Yeah, I think this is the way to do it. I think I'd rather draw a card than have a damage here. We're getting a little low on cards. Harvester's not bad. I mean, if we get to untap with Dockside, the fair one, and all this token production, we can refill our hand pretty easily. So what are the planeswalkers? What is Chibi? Chibi. What is Chibi style? I'm not really sure. Like, it looks vaguely familiar. Like, I've seen this style before, but I don't really know. Is that a certain, like, anime or something? And then special guest Yuko Shizuma. I think it looks sweet. It's got some good Kamigawa cards. Hikori's cool. That's a really nice looking Elvish Spirit Guide too. What is this card? Oh, it's a Windbrisk Kites. I see. So I mean, it seems like a pretty sweet secret. Oh my god. Really? Well, that was just not a card I was expecting anyone to play. All right, well that kind of gets us a bit. Hidasugu consumes all. Is going to consume all of our board. Yeah, the Elvish Spirit Guide looks really good. Yeah, that's a 5-for-1 or something. Good saga. The jank. Arizona. All right, sure. Well, maybe we're back to being in trouble. We just lost all of our card draw. Our opponent has this Hidasugu. We have drawn our millionth land somehow. Well, make a blood token. Play the land. This is indestructible. Yeah, I mean... yeah, I think we just pass. How do we stop Arizona? Exiles a graveyard, so this is gonna flip. I mean, we make hasty 1/1s next turn, I guess. This can haste stuff in. Oh, I think Arizona is so bad, but it worked out there. Like, our opponent had to have the 2-card combo to get in an attack with it. But I mean, if you got the 2-card combo, I guess it can do some things. Opponent makes a well, I can't believe this is happening for our opponent, but it is. Yeah, I mean, maybe we're just dead now. No, it's gotta be combat damage to remove the counter. So pinging doesn't actually do it. Yeah, maybe our opponent just started playing Arena and they opened some Kamigawa packs and just put them together. Well, I mean, I haven't really seen Rosina C play, but it definitely is going to be very good right here. I mean, I think that's really because... I think it's really that Hidasugu consumes all worked out really well for our opponent this game. Like, Rizona, if our opponent... if we had creatures that didn't die to it, would have looked much, much differently. Opponent has Infernal Grasp. Okay. Well, things keep getting worse. Opponent passes. Well, Reckoner's Bargain, I guess, to draw some cards. Is there a way we can avoid dying? I mean, I guess we play Blood Tithe Harvester. Make a blood. Play a land. Pass the turn. Make a dork. 14. All right, opponent flips it. Can you make a new deck? What kind of deck are you looking for, TTV? Opponent. Do you have a kind of deck you're trying to build? Well, this is the first Vessel of All Consuming I've seen. First Rezona I've seen. Opponent's got a lot of firsts going on. So what we need is a blood token. We need a blood token so we can get rid of this Rezona. So we can hard sweep with Burn Down the House, and then we're in good shape. That's not gonna work. Can't activate that off of a dragon with no counter opponent. What do you think that Goro Goro is? Bergrin, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You just want to see someone make any deck. Interesting. Well, I will see what I can do. We're playing this artifact deck, which seems sweet, but if you're interested in the process of building a deck, I can give you an idea what that's like. A black-green deck. All right. Blood token. We just want a blood token, I think. Blood token for the hard sweep. It's a land. Hey, Bearby. How are you, bub? You want to come say hi to people? Did you just wake up? Come here. Come here, Bear. Come here. You want to come here and say hi? Are you going to sleep on the ground? Are you going to sleep on the ground? You don't want to say hi? Come on. You want to come up and say hi? Yeah. All right. I tried. He's lazy. He's feeling pretty lazy. I thought I'd get him on camera, but apparently not at the moment. So we can sweep everything except Risona, which might be what we have to do. I've been playing with some Rakdos artifact deck that I sent you. Early turns are great. 7 and 2. Ooh, awesome. Awesome. Try to attack. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can. I would expect our opponent would know what's up, but what do you... Don't eat my mic cord. Attack. Well, you might as well. Maybe our opponent... Actually, that doesn't even matter, right? Even if they block with a Rezona, since it's indestructible, it's not gonna do anything. But if we're sweeping, I guess we gotta do it anyway. Opponent takes it. Wow. Okay. That is mind-blowing. Well, I guess that's why you always attack. Black Andy, first time sub. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. All right. Well, I am shocked. I mean, opponent had such easy, obvious blocks, but okay. Well, we will take it. Out of here, Rezona. We lose our board, but we get a 1/1, and then... Oh, I don't think we want to sack. It's not lethal. We're gonna keep our uprising. How did that work? What are the odds of that working? Are so low. Well, now I think we might win this. Now we might win this. No, just kidding. Now we're dead again. Oh, come on. Pona is a randomist. What is Star Time Unleashed doing in this deck? And why have we drawn so many lands? Why? That doesn't fit with anything our opponent's doing. Real card? No. Well, yeah, sure. That is so... They're warriors. Yeah, I mean, I guess... I don't know. The problem with the warrior and samurai thing is that warriors only care about warriors. So I actually think that mixing them is actually not super exciting. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting our opponent to have that card in their deck. Because if you look at warriors in standard, yeah. If you look at warriors, the ones that actually refer to things refer to other warriors. So it's kind of like an odd... What are you doing, bud? Are you eating my mic cord? Dude, don't eat that. Bearby. Hey, don't chew that mic cord, you silly boy. If you look at the ones that do things, like Kargan Intimidator, it's kind of funny that, like, the warriors don't refer to samurais, but the samurais refer to warriors, essentially. So I think they're, like, fine filler, but I don't know. I haven't been super hyped about the idea of playing samurais and warriors together. Are you going to die to a random deck? Probably. Turtle Lock is sweet. You probably time out a bit, but I think it's actually like super, super powerful. I like the Turtle Lock deck quite a lot. I think it can probably be tuned a little bit more to get in its final form, but I think that it has potential to be like a legit tier-ish style deck. I ran into the problem with rogues and ninjas. Rogues didn't care about half the deck. Yeah, that's the same thing I've run into with samurais and warriors. Like the samurais care about the warrior half of the deck, but the warriors don't care about the samurai half of the deck. Yeah, it's exactly like the ninjas and rogues. I mean, I think long term it's still good. Like I think, can you play Turtle Lock? I want to see how it works. Maybe. I don't know if we'll go back to it or not. We played it for a couple hours before we switched to this one. We'll play it again at some point, but I don't know if we'll play it again tonight. Also, if you ever miss anything, you can always find it on the replay YouTube. It's super, super grindy. It's just so incredibly grindy. I think the idea of the samurais and rogue thing was not so much to make them better in standard right now, but to make them more relevant everywhere in the long run. Because samurais and ninjas, at least so far in Magic's history, only come in Kamigawa. Are you eating my cords again? What are you eating, bud? Bear me, come here. You want to come here and say hi to people? Come here. Come here, bub. Get up. Can you get up? Lazy boy. Come on. People want to say hi to you. Any advice for upgrading the treasure hunt free deck on Arena? Well, the thing about the treasure hunt deck is there really isn't any way to upgrade it, because the whole gimmick is you don't play anything except treasure hunt and the payoff, or it actually kind of ruins the deck if you add more stuff to it, because the whole idea is you need to make sure that you're hitting. Oh, Enchantress. This should be interesting. The whole idea is you got to make sure that your treasure hunts hit your either another treasure hunt or your payoff. Like that's the only way that it does. What is the top clip of all time? I'm gonna have to look. I don't actually know what the top clip of all time is. Catilda. That's gonna get scary eventually. Well, play the land. Play Kaylin. Make a treasure. Death Spark Reactor. Pass the turd. Well, save us, burn down the house. Yeah, so I think what Wizards wanted essentially is, okay, we only get ninjas in Kamigawa. Oh god. Oh dear. Oh, this is absolutely ridiculously frightening. Well, my guess is we're super dead, but we'll see. Deadly just actually Kaylin hit ya. Yeah, I don't know how our deck. Hopefully we got some discard in the sideboard, because I do not know how we overcome a Hallowed Haunting. We just cannot answer this card. All right, hit some stuff, get a counter, play a land. Blood Tithe Harvester, I guess. Get a counter, pass the turn. Do we need to be playing Anvil? Maybe? Yeah, let's just pass. Hey Seth, I emailed you a deck list I've been brewing for a while for 4-color commander deck with Lurus as a companion. Ooh, I haven't seen it yet. Rugged Edge. I will look for it. That sounds spicy. I don't think I've ever seen a Lurus commander deck or Lurus companion commander deck about it. All right. I'm gonna answer the Blood Tithe Harvester. Well, I'll sack it. Draw some lands. Oh, we need this to be a sweep if we're gonna have any hope. Weaver of Harmony. Well, land, burn down the house. I think this works for now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Opponent. Oh, yeah, I'm not traditionally very good at flipping coins. That is for sure. Well, burn down the house. Play a land. Yeah, we're just in the wrong color combination to deal with Hallowed Hounding in game mode. Does the lowest restriction affect the commander? I believe the answer is yes. I think that your entire deck has to abide by the restriction. About it. Is it okay to send a deck for viewers submitted to me to more than one person? Yes, please. Please send them to as many people as you'd like. But yeah, that is definitely acceptable. Actually, maybe we play this first. Play the anvil. Play the anvil. Sack the blood token. Make some dorks. Go to combat. Attack you. I mean, we're growing it. We're growing it. Up to 8. That's a lot of counters. About it. I don't believe in black art enchantment destruction. I don't believe in it. I refuse to play it. So no. Wizard black can just that's just not something black can do. Not allowed. Not allowed. That's not quite true, although I do dislike black destroying enchantments. But I don't believe there's Feed the Storm in our sideboard. I think we have some Duresses, which should help. That's black's traditional way of answering enchantments. Sideboard, so the sideboard doesn't count for the companion restriction, but if you, oh jeez, but if you sideboard something in, then you're going to need to meet the restriction or you lose the companion. That doesn't help. Well, I'm not sure we even have something that can kill a 10/10. I don't know if that actually exists in our deck. Make some 1/1s. I mean, I guess the Dragon Spark Reactor can do it in the most painful way, but then they just do it again. All right, Synthesizer. Play a land. Opponent's at 38. Yeah, we will pass the turn. About it. Going to transform their Saga. Yeah, I mean, kinda, but they got another one, so there's no way we win though. Opponent's at 38. How do we win without the Dragon Spark Reactor? So we gotta wait till our opponent goes to combat, because this is legendary, and then if they don't play more enchantments, we can kill this and have a bunch of 1/1s, and then next turn our opponent plays the second one and kills us. Spirited Companion. Yeah. I mean, sacking the gas doesn't do much, right? And we don't have a way to sack it. Yeah, I mean, we're just super dead. Well, it's cool to see Weaver Harmony going off. This deck feels fun, but I think it's worse than. I think it might just be worse than Turtle Lock. Turtle Lock busted. The All-Star Turtle Lock. This deck could probably use some better removal. Not having any hard removal seems... Being in black and not having any hard removal seems sketchy to me. I feel like if you're in black, like, one of the reasons to play a black deck is because you get access to hard removal. I don't know about the idea just 100% trying to piece it together with soft removal. Seems like that is part of why we're getting punished. Yeah, Turtle Lock is so sweet. Yeah, I'd love to see it, Pyro. Please send it along. I haven't done Wordle yet. I keep seeing people tweet about it. Seems like everyone's doing it. But until they let you mispronounce things, I don't know if it's for me. We joke about Turtle Lock, but I remember when Hammer Time was a Saffron Olive meme. That's kind of true. There's been a few times when either decks that we've made or decks that we played really, really early have actually went on to be real decks. Atomizer, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Ooh, I'm playing standard 2K on Saturday. What deck is your first take? First instinct be? What deck would your first instinct be to take? Wow. So if all I was thinking is I need to win this tournament, it would be hard to go wrong with an old standby that existed in old standard. So something like is it Control, is it Dragons, maybe with a bit of an update, like the is it decks but updated with Hinata, like going into Jeskai for Hinata or something. So that would be my first take. I think black white midrange or black white Control is a very strong archetype. Out of the new decks, I actually think the Enchantress has a chance to be really strong. We'll see. It's still early. The problem with the new decks is... Oh, the opponent's got a good hand. The problem with the new decks is I'm just really not sure what's best. We're still a lot of it's shaking out. So I would lean towards taking a deck I was familiar with over a random brew. Although I have been very impressed with a lot of the Kamigawa stuff. Sparring Regimen. So... And I think it also depends on what playstyle you're comfortable with. Like, we have aggro decks, we got control decks, we got mid-range decks. I think all of them are good. If you just look at the actual, like, top tier of the meta, like on Goldfish, about it. Gonna go attacking. Yeah, we're just getting a little wrecked. If you actually just look at the top tier of the meta, well, Burn Down the House could be helpful. Spirited Companion. Well, I mean, I think we burn it all down. Out of here, Weaver of Harmony. I mean, if you look at just the top tier of the meta, though, the Jeskai control deck's really good. It's posted good results so far. There's some Abzan like vehicle control decks that have looked good. Mono Red has made a comeback. Mono White's still good. Orzhov control's still good. I like Enchantress a lot. So there's a lot of possibilities. But so I would say go with what you're comfortable with. I think there's value in playing a deck that you're comfortable with how it plays. I'll take Borrowed Time, I guess. Play the Chef. And pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, it's super early. So you never know. But I think for now, at least, Standard's in a pretty solid spot. Opponent getting in, hitting us. Growing their dorks. Ugh. Yeah. Down to 18. I like the synergies of this deck, but I kind of feel like this deck is just a little lacking in power. Foot Nibble, the turtle deck is synergistic and powerful, but incredibly slow. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think Standard is in one of the better spots it's been in a while, although it is like 1 week into Standard. We just got this set a week ago, and a lot of times Standard feels really good the first week and then ends up feeling less good as it goes along. So we'll have to see. Hopefully it holds. Well, we got to hit a Wrath or we're super dead. The reason I think the Enchantress deck is good is every time I play against Enchantress, I lose. Like, it just looks really impressive. This is one I'd be interested to see how it did against Turtle Lock. The Turtle Lock might actually be good against it, just being able to repeatedly bounce their stuff, and like, I don't know how this deck doesn't mill out to us just looping mass bounce spells and whatnot. Like, I don't think it does. This deck, like, it does cool things, but it just seems, wow, it just doesn't have much power. It's got so much air. Yeah, super dead. Well, we'll give this one more shot, I guess. We have a new donation from Bizina. Real question, Seth. Which card from Neon Destiny goes in Soul Sisters? There really wasn't much. I might have to start writing a Soul Sisters set review. Spirit Sisters Call, maybe, just because it's got sisters in the name. Even though I don't think it would actually work well in the deck. Oh, stop. Too late, Stone Sucks. I saw it too late. But yeah, I don't think there's really anything. For the first time in a long time, this is the first set in like 2 years I haven't said, oh, this is going to be good in Soul Sisters. Oh, triple Oni Call would be so sweet, but no lands. No. All right, well, go Dragon Spark Reactor, I guess. All right. You don't like the classic Magic card back? Well, tap land go. Upload it. I don't think I said anything would be good in Soul Sisters this time. Well, Aghanim. Dragon Spark Reactor. Yeah. Been playing Turtle Deck while watching. Just beat Mono Aggro. Looks like a good deck to me. Yeah, I think the Turtle Deck's legit. I really do. It is real, and unless people start playing Graveyard Hate or whatever, it's just so, the late game is so inevitable. Even against the control decks, like you name an archetype, it is going to win the late game every time. Do you think that blue-black control will ever be as strong as blue-white control in Modern? Not until they start printing Teferis in blue-black. Like, I think that's the issue. I think that's the reason that blue-white is better, is Teferi Time Raveler, Teferi Hero Dominaria. Like, if you look at the rest of it, black and white's removal, pretty similar. Counters are in blue anyway, so they're the same. Black and white sweepers, pretty similar. What's the thing that really sets, in my opinion, black apart from white in terms of control colors is white gives you the broken planeswalker, like the really, really, really strong banned in standard level planeswalkers, when black just doesn't have that. Like, Liliana's nice. It's a decent card, but it's not a, control all-star in the way that something like Teferi is. So I think that until blue-black starts getting that level of planeswalker, I think that blue-white will probably remain the dominant control color in the format. Yeah, let's play Shambling Gas. If you want to counter that, that's fine. Yeah, Lion's Eye should be very good again. Any sort of Graveyard Hate's really good. The other thing about the Turtle deck that we haven't really got, we just played straight Simic. Oh, let me see, Pyro. We just played straight Simic. It would definitely be possible to play 3-color. And you could even add actual removal if you splashed into red or something. So if stuff like Lion Sash became too much of an issue, I think there's answers to it. Like there's ways you could build the deck to get around it. Also, just be careful. There's the deck list link to the Turtle deck. Also, just be aware, like Turtle's instant speed, Shigeki's instant speed, not going to stop a Lion Sash forever, but you can be kind of careful. Like, it's easy enough. We played around Hive of the Eye Tyrant pretty easily. Like, if you just leave up your stuff and wait until a one-shot exile effect attacks, it's pretty easy to play around it in the late game. Well, no. I don't want them to print more Teferis in blue-black, but I think that blue-black will lag behind blue-white in terms of modern control because of the planeswalkers, basically. Until it gets comparable planeswalkers, it's going to be hard for it to keep up with blue-white.
You deal with this annoyance.
About it. Passing with a Sorin. All right. Well, another reactor. How do we get through these things? Well, go to combat. Everything at Sorin, I guess. A little bit painful, but I think that's what we gotta do. We need a way to start this anvil going. We can't get an artifact to leave the battlefield. Stack has some clunky weird clunky draws. I like the synergies, but well, get into the sword. Synthesizer. Oh, playing some Kunaize. Vertus Beetle. Spicy. That looks fun. Looks nice and budget friendly too, which is a nice bonus. Yeah, that looks sweet. All right. Well, soaring down. Reactor number 2. Trigger. I'm almost tempted to just start sacking the reactors to get tokens to start this going, but all right, trigger. About it considers. I would like to see a blue-white deck with Mobilizer, Mech, Teferi, who slows the sunset, also red-white Hammer Time. Do you know if there's any decks that are good in these types? So I've played Mobilizer Mech decks. I haven't played them with Teferi. Although I'm sure you could play like a blue-white mid-range blue-white tempo deck that had both, and could be pretty sweet. Red-white Hammer Time. So I've seen red-white Hammer Time before. I think actually, many of the initial builds of Hammer Time were red-white because they had red for more equip stuff. Back when we played it like 2 years ago, but people have kind of like shifted away from that as Luris has, become prevalent and other cards have been printed, so it's been less necessary. But red-white Hammer Time is definitely a easy to pull off color combination that can be really good. I don't know if it's quite as strong like from a spiky perspective, like a tournament perspective, as other color combinations, but it is. I mean, you get to do a lot of the same things. Graveyard Trespasser. Do you think modular can be good in historic? I haven't done much historic brewing yet. I've played lots of standard and a little bit of pioneer and modern that's going to be coming up. I think that, you got Snake, you got Conclave Mentor. I don't know why a +1/+1 counter style modified deck couldn't be pretty good. Well, okay. Synthesizer. It's actually like a really important card to resolve. Wow. All right. Okay. You got us. You killed our token. Well, we get some triggers. Because this lets us start sacking to get tokens. All right. Sack the synthesizer. So now the tokens start coming. Here comes some card draw. And eventually we might just be able to burn our opponent out. Yup. Okay. 5 and 4. Play the Haunted Ridge. And yeah, let's just pass the turn. Make a dork. I played a deck with some of these cards in draft, though. Thought it was pretty good, but I got stomped. Yeah, I haven't figured out how good this archetype is. Sometimes it seems really powerful. Other times it seems like we're playing a bunch of 1/1s that do nothing. It depends on how many pieces we can stack up on the battlefield. Like the games where everything comes together, the deck feels like it has a almost unbeatable engine. I think what it's missing. Hey, I love you, Degorki. Good to see you. I think what it's missing is like a Corvold, Bolus's Citadel. Like, I think it's missing, like, here's the big top end thing I play and just win the game. So right now, when our synergies come together, the deck feels great. But when the synergies don't come together, it's pretty clunky and disappointing. I think what we want is the, everything comes together and let's sweep, attempt to. What we want is a card, I think, that is like, okay, things don't come together, but I still have this card that's just so powerful I can play it and win the game, which is what Corvold does in sack decks, or what Bolus's Citadel does in sack decks. This build is just like so married to like this slow synergistic plan without that big haymaker. So that's something I'd like to look into, is if there's something we could add to this deck to give us a backup plan for when things aren't going optimally, to still just kind of jank out a win in the way that like Corvold or Citadel can. All right, so get some triggers, Mega Treasure. I mean, the good news is I honestly, Dragon Spark Reactor was not even in this deck list, and we just added it in before we played, and it has felt like the best card in the deck. And every game that we've been close to winning, it has been because of Dragon Spark Reactor just being really, really, really good. All right, pass the turd. So right now we have 14 points of damage. I saw a Neon Yellow Hidasugu Devouring Chaos today. Ooh, where'd you see that one? What is an S tier deck? What is S? Oh, so Jager, that goes from that's used in tier lists, with S being like the best tier. Honestly, don't know where S tier started from, but I mean, we have some Blood Token synergies in the deck. There's like Blood Tithe Enforcer. There's some Voldair and Epicures. Could maybe do more of that. Ooh, interesting. Was it for sale? I wonder how much the yellow one is. Oh, it came from Smash? Ah, that make. Oh no. Oh god, it's a Lair deck. Well, I mean, I guess we can meatball it away. Opponent. Passing. 1, 2, well, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Meowth Massacre, get rid of the Lair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About it. One of the things I like about my version of the Anvil deck, Trashbot gives me a 10 power trampler late game. Can put a 1-turn clock on her nowhere. I like that idea, Pyro. Maybe that's the Corvold or the Bullis' Citadel I was looking for. But I think you're on the right track. Because that's one thing I found myself wishing with this build is I wish we just had a way to just close out the game with some amount of speed rather than always waiting for the grind. Although the thing I do like, one thing I do like are these Dragon Spark reactors. They've been really, really good. All right, make a token. I mean, I think they can just hopefully win us a game next turn. Yeah, they have printed some really good 1-mana artifacts. Even just synthesizer that we're playing in this deck, like it doesn't look like much, but that's a really solid effect, especially when you have synergies for it. Like being able to sack it, draw an extra card. Yeah, I think that Kamigawa is just like our first taste of artifacts, and they're going to be way better once we get Brothers War and maybe Dominaria. All right, opponent cannot beat the Dragon Spark reactors, which is nice. Now, opponents definitely control, so we're going to go Tybalt's, Duresses, Soren's, I guess. Try to add a little more power. Get rid of some of the sweepers. Maybe we regret that. Maybe we got to keep a couple. Maybe Blood Tithe Harvester is not that good. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try it like that. Close enough. I mean, Brothers War's got to be an artifact set, right? There's no way it can't be. We should 100% use a S, A, B, C, D, E, F grading system. We don't use S's and negative S's at community college IT chat, but it feels really awkward to bump someone from a 69 to the same grade with someone that earned a 77. That would be interesting to see it work in the real world. Hey, what's up, Vanilla? How are you? Good to have you. Yeah, we might not have enough artifacts for it. Might have to do some rebuilding to really get its power going. I honestly think that in 8 or 10 months, we'll see a blue-red artifact deck that's broken. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely expecting more artifacts from the future sets. Oh, it's a Japanese grading. I didn't realize that. I mean, that's a good thing about artifacts is we do have a lot of hate for them. So Wizards could always, like, could you imagine if Wizards was too worried about blood or treasures, they could definitely stack a Stony Silence type effect into a future set, and that would get them. What was my biggest misevaluation from Neo? Oh. So one that I'll say, and this, I don't know if this isn't like one of the huge misses where I'm like, oh, you know, Jace Prince Prodigy is horrible or whatever. Not one of those, but I was lukewarm on Wandering Emperor, and after playing with Wandering Emperor, I think Wandering Emperor is like really, really good. So that's one that kind of sticks out. That it wasn't that I said Wandering Emperor was bad. It was that I was like, I don't know. It's a weird design. We haven't really had a Planeswalker that works like this. I don't know how good it's going to be. And it ended up being really, really good. Really, really good, I think. I think it's one of the stronger cards in the set. So that one sticks out is one that I missed on. Another one that sticks out that I might have missed like incredibly slightly on is... let's play Shambling Ghast. Is Ajano Uprising. Not that it's good, but I was like, this is one of the worst prayers in the set. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. And I think that's still like 99% true. But I was messing around with Samurai, and if you stack up a couple of Anthem effects, like a couple of level up Paladin classes or flipped wedding announcements, and you have some Samurai synergies, it's actually like passable. It's not great or exciting or anything like that, but it's not that bad. It's okay. So I guess I would consider that a miss to some extent too, just because I was pretty harsh on that one. About it. Oh, the Storm Giants. Well, we will deadly dispute the Shambling Ghast. Could really use some red mana. Ugh. Ugh. Not even close. Well. Ha. Dress you. Meathook Massacre, Infernal Grasp, Imarith. Ugh. Imarith is a concern. Well, take Meathook Massacre. We really need a land. We really need to hit lands. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, back to having nothing. That's not great. At least we can Reckoner Bargain the Synthesizer. We're going to find a land someday. One of these days. What was your biggest miss, chat? Is there anything that you really missed? Yeah, I guess a lot of people might have underrated Wander. That should, I guess, make me feel a little better. Well, it's not bad for our opponent. Trespasser. Ooh. Oh, they can just kill it. All right, well. Bargain. Sacrifice. Well, still not red mana, but it's a land. We're trying. I don't know what we do about this Imarith that we just do not believe in killing. And opponent's going to draw so many cards. Opponent goes attack. Yeah, this is rough. This is super rough about it. I wonder what would have happened if they had reprinted the anti-artifact legend from old Kamigawa. Oh my god, it's red mana. I think it's probably too late to really matter because our opponent's going to draw a roughly infinite number of cards here, but play that, get a counter. Play Valky. Yeah, opponent just gets to hit us and draw a new hand, though. And we can't stop the dragon. And there's... Okay. Game 3. Well, that's... yeah. Hitting lands is good. Yeah, Ninjutsu has been a bit disappointing. Yeah, I gotta say, I think whoever built this deck is playing bad removal. Boom. Said it. Like, I just... It blows my mind to play a deck with black mana and not play something that's a Doomblade style effect. Infernal Grasp, something that is just like, hey, this thing is a problem, I can kill it. So I will say I think the removal in this deck could be improved. At least in the sideboard, even if you're not going to main deck it. Hey, let me see, Davey. Oh, I mean, a lot of people didn't think Tarmogoyf like read Dark Confidant when that was spoiled. A lot of people didn't think Dark Confidant was going to be good. They were really down on it. So, yeah, there's over the course of Magic's history, there's been tons of big whiffs. Grist Reanimator. Ooh. Vesperlark is super fun. Vesperlark with Tristani Summoner is definitely spicy. Grist, interesting. So Vesperlark can reanimate Grist too? That's actually really cute. I've never even thought of that synergy, but I like it. All right, mana of 2 colors. We will accept. Mana of 2 colors, a Deadly Dispute. We don't have any big payoffs, but our deck doesn't believe in payoffs. Yeah, that's a really cool idea, Davey. I like it. Yeah, Necro. Necro is a classic example. Was Lion's Eye? I wasn't playing during Lion's Eye Diamond era. That was before my time. Was Lion's Eye Diamond an example of people missing, or was it a card that was legitimately not good when it was printed because of the card pool, and then it got better later with other things being printed? Because I know the Lion's Eye Diamond was considered like one of the worst cards of its set, and then it ended up being, I mean, kind of busted. Let's Synthesizer. Well, Anvil's good. Play an Anvil. And past the turn, do we want to, you know what, let's sack a treasure. What do we need this mana for? Sack a treasure, ping and get a 1/1. About it. LED was not good until the game changed to combos. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense. So it was legitimately bad at the time, and then it just ended up getting better. I mean, that happens. That happens all the time. There's always new cards being printed. Well, duress you. About it. So, wow. Whew. That's a hand. That's a handful of action. We'll take the Sorin. Go to combat. Attack. Sack the Synthesizer. Get some triggers, make a 1/1. Now play the Synthesizer. Play the Shambling Ghast. And, well, pass the turn. The 1/1s are adding up. Look out, opponent. We got 1/1s for days. As soon as our opponent plays a 2/3, like off a Sorin, we're probably dead. But in the meantime, hey Seth, got back into Arena mostly because of Hyper Neo, mostly playing Draft and Brawl. I'm thinking about getting into Standard Alchemy. Is there a deck you would recommend? Ooh. So you're looking for more like tier stuff or budget stuff? And is there a budget concern or not really? I think those are the two main questions. Well, sag this. Get a trigger. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I'll play Hive. Synthesizer. Wow. For a 21 land deck, we're really good at drawing many lands, I feel like. Synthesizer. Reactor. A little late to the party, but we'll play it. My opponent has a counter. Well, duress you. Well, take Shadow's Verdict. Go attacking. Opponent down to 12. Ooh. We're trying. We're really fighting. Opponent's like, I'm missing land drops. Come on. Is it worth maintaining artifact removal at standard at the moment, do you think? I think if it's a braid or something, yes. I don't think just play a naturalize, because there's some matchups where it's, oh no, another land. There's some matchups where it's just a straight up dead card. So yeah, if it can be artifact hate that hits other things too, I think that's really good. Oh, okay. But just like destroy target artifact, unless it's attached to a creature, I don't think is good enough. Get rid of Shadow's Verdict, I guess. I mean, our 1/1 beatdown's kind of working. Play a creature land. Opponent's down to 4. Gonna draw some cards. So the good news is, even if our opponent sweeps a board here, they're dead. I guess Meat Hook Massacre is what they need to gain a bunch of life, and then we're probably dead. But a non-Meat Hook Massacre sweeper, and our opponent's still dead even through a sweeper. Come on, let's get this win. Why does a card have 3 lines of text on top? Wait, why does what card? Oh, this is one of the special printings, like a promo version of the card. It's not the normal version. These are supposed to, oh, they did hit me, like Massacre. These are supposed to look like Dungeons and Dragons books. So yes, the normal version looks like a normal card. This is a weird version. Looks kind of cool though. Opponent addresses, sees that we have literally only lands. Oh my goodness. I mean, we are a 21 land deck, 21 lands. And we have found all 21 of them today. Well, sack a treasure, ping it to 4, play one of our many lands. Opponent untaps. I mean, maybe we still get there. Opponent's still down to 4 even through the Meat Hook Massacre. Can we close it out? Come on. These are the decks that I don't know how a controlled deck beats our Turtle Log Shell. Opponent Sorin. Vampire. Passes. Oh wow. 1, 2, 3. Ha! I'm doing this right. 13. Exactly 13 makes a token. Okay, well, that deck is so grindy, but we got there. We got there in the end. Wow. I played 2 Besieger Reach the Skyward Limited Day and cycled as Sunblade Samurai, then proceeded to draw 5 lands in a row. I know how that is. Well, that was a nice way to go out with that deck. So what do we learn about our decks today? What do we learn? And we learned a couple of things. So the artifact deck is really spicy, and it's a deck that I would like to work more on. Like I said, with the artifact deck, I want a Corvold, I want some sort of finisher. I don't think the deck has it yet, so maybe needs a little bit more brewing there. But the synergies we're seeing, Dragon Spell Reactor was great, Oni Call Anvil is great, the Sacrifice card draw once it gets going is good. I just wish it has a little more oomph, because we have so many 1/1. So I kind of want something more in this part. Maybe it's an Immerse from Predator. I don't know what the answer is. I gotta look into it, but something at the top end of the curve. Maybe, I do love me some Ange, the Blood Siege Rhino. So maybe that's the way to go. But that was a sweet win with the deck. So I think the deck definitely has potential. Turtle Lock Ramp, I'm going to keep working on because I love it. It's so annoying. It's so unique. It's so grindy. And I just love how annoying it is for opponents to play against. And I think it has potential to be good. It's not in its final form yet, but there's got to be something with the Colossal Sky Turtle, Shigeki, infinite looping, never ending, getting stuff back from your graveyard. Like, there's got to be something there because that loop is so good. So, anyway, everyone, I believe. Ooh, Even Death could be a good one. I do like Even Death. That is actually a pretty sweet option. So I believe that's our stream for tonight. So what's coming up before our next stream? Next stream on Tuesday. Tomorrow, there's going to be some Much Brew action on the YouTube, playing some Pioneer with new Kamigawa stuff. So check that out. It's actually, Pioneer is sweet, and it's really fun. So check that out. Of course, to replay YouTube, if you want to see the full grind of the Turtle Lock deck, definitely check that out as well. And a reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes, and they'll hook you up. Also, MTGO Getting Started video is just about done. So that's going to be going up, if not this weekend, then shortly thereafter. So if you're looking for the update on Getting Started on Moto, that's coming up very soon. Most importantly, Thank you to all of you. Seriously, everyone. I love you. You're amazing. You're awesome. I appreciate you so very much. So, no matter what you're doing this weekend, if you're playing Magic, if you're not playing Magic, I don't care. Enjoy it. Have a great time. I love you all. And yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday for some more fun. So, until then, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. And I will talk to you soon.